Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV. So if the lateness, these technical issues always get in there, but lateness is greatness, as they say. Right, time to watch Spain versus Costa Rica. My God, there's been an upset in Group E.
Balotelli, Aguero! Premier League champions 2016, Leicester City!
Hope to see you soon. Well done. Bye-bye.
Cazorla, Giroud again, Joe Wilson! Here's Gerrard. That's a great shot! McCracken getting closer. To the centre. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent! Van Persie arriving. Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Robin Van Persie!
Yes, guys, I hope you're doing well. It's time for our watch along between Spain versus Costa Rica, and yes, we are streaming not just on not just
Not just
because
the
not just an SFeatley TV. We've got King's Football Show. We're streaming on there as well. Where it's covering the content across all platforms, and got the man himself here. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm looking forward to this game, and it's been a wonderful World Cup so far. I love the underdog
Shocked.
stories.
Yeah.
You know, this is why the World Cup is so special. You know, small footballing nation gets to the biggest stage and upsets one of the biggest teams in football history, and it means so
Yes.
much for the fans. It means so much for the country. You know, it's beautiful to see.
I mean, of course, I was out earlier, so I didn't see the game between Germany and Japan. But half time, I was thinking, okay, 1-0 via penalty, but that's expected. Okay, I was expecting something like that from Japan. I thought they have some quality, but I didn't know. But there you go. Vamos. Lateness is greatness, according to who? Bamian. Yeah, but mate, I'm special. I'm not. Bamian's not. There you go.
But yeah, but they had a
Love.
great game plan, Japan. They did similar to what Saudi Arabia did, where they took it easy in the first half, defended well. Because it's so hot, in the second half, it came with energy and they made some good substitutions.
Exactly.
They got Tomiyasu on, they got Mina on, they got Mitoma on.
Hang on. We gotta do it. We gotta do it.
Takehiro Tomiyasu.
Yeah. Big up, my bro.
Yasu Samurai.
Yes. Indeed. So yeah, they made some quality substitutions. Even the former Arsenal lad, Asano, came on and he scored a wonderful goal. One of the best goals in this tournament.
Yeah.
That first touch.
I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Anyone wants to come on and have their say, they're more than welcome to. Big up everyone on the show and in the chat. Big up. Right. United to get new Dubai owners. Nah. I was a bit skeptical. I did my video, and I'm sorry if it was very quiet because it was very late in the evening. I'm going to try and do another one a bit earlier. And I will do a live stream on that obviously because of the World Cup, everything's packed. There's no point doing a news show in the middle of these games because no one's gonna watch. To be fair, it makes no sense if you get what I mean. So I will arrange a stream where Man United fans can come on and have a debate about the new owners and the latest news. I wanted to give my thoughts on it. I was a bit skeptical at first, but the news story is very developing, very much and very quickly. So yeah. So like I said, it's how do I put this? It's interesting, and I'm not gonna be bitter. I'm not gonna be one of those fans that's gonna be bitter because one of my rivals has gone and got the buy owners. Right? I'm just not that way. Like, especially if you look at how the Glazers have treated you. Are you doing a stream later today? No. Belgium, Canada is going to be done by say. See. Yeah.
Muscle is streaming it over both channels. So I'll be there.
I might get if I log into his, I might get him on to log into. I'll get mine to log in.
Yeah.
But tomorrow's games and all the others, do you want me to add them on? To add your link on there. Right. So what I'll do is I'll sort out tonight the Portugal game and the Switzerland game, so it streams onto your stream as well. I'll do that. So I'll sort that out. Obviously, to 10 a.m. in the morning, and then actually it works out that way because, like, 10 in the morning, I'm at the hospital. So if I can't do it, like, because I'm stuck at the hospital, there's someone else covering it, for example. And then obviously got the later game today against Portugal, Ghana, where I should be home by then, unless something drastic happens. But hey ho, we pray we don't have that something happen. But we move, man. I mean, like, how do you? What did you make of the German teams covering their mouth?
I didn't see that.
I was just going to show a picture, actually, about that. And if it's more to do with this crap, I'm gonna lose my lid, right? Because I'm gonna do a stream where I'm gonna finally address all the hypocrisy from BBC, ITV, all of them. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna give my thoughts on it, and then I'm done. Right? If someone has want to debate and wants to do a live show about it after the World Cup, we'll do it then. Like, but I'm gonna address my thoughts on it, and I don't want to hear any more like human right, gay right, like protests about it from people that are actually in Qatar right now, or doing other stuff in other world countries. Leah Williamson being one of them.
Yeah, I just find it's hilarious because it would be like me working for a company that sells drugs, happy to be employed and get paid by them, but then protest that drugs are bad. But it's the same content. They're happy to get paid by FIFA.
I think that's another way of putting it. But there you go.
Yeah, but it's true, isn't it? They're happy to participate.
Are you worried about me getting cancelled?
Okay, I could use another. But you get the point. It's like,
yeah, I get the point.
How can you participate in FIFA's tournament get paid by
Exactly.
FIFA, stay in FIFA's hotel that they pay for,
Or get paid by the
accommodation,
taxpayer to host
food,
to present it.
yeah, and everything is paid by Qatar. And then you have the audacity to then criticize them. Well, if you want
Exactly.
to make a statement, don't participate in the World Cup. That's the statement you
Exactly.
do.
Don't give them the money.
Yeah, exactly. And
They
don't
don't
take
give a fuck.
statement.
Because after this World Cup, I guarantee you, they're like, well, we're keeping our rules the same. Our laws are we don't have gay rights. Simple as that. So yeah, you can protest all you want, but after these 4 weeks, we've all got all the money out that you wanted out of you, right? Because you booked the tickets, you booked the flights, you booked the hotels, right? You paid for the booze, you paid for this, you paid for that all the booze that I was actually at the fan parks, by the way, right? So we've got all we want out of you. So you can keep moaning, but we've made our money, and what do you get? Nothing.
Yeah. I
They
just
don't
want to
care.
focus.
You know, they don't care.
I
As
just
long
want to
as they,
focus on the
if you're
football.
giving, yeah, of course, but if you're giving them money, you're not helping the issue because in the end, it's not going to get changed. It's not going to get resolved by giving them money because they're just going to take it and just then say, bye. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we
the
leave it
football's
there.
about to start anyway.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to so 2-1 Japan over Germany. Jeez. I didn't see that coming. I have to watch the highlights back. To be fair. I'm gonna give you the lineups for give you the lineup for this opening game. Right. Hasn't been shown yet. Just go in there. So you've got for Spain, Simon in goal, Azpilicueta, Rodri, Laporte, Aramis Laporte, Jordi Alba, Gavi, Sergio Busquets, Pedri, Ferran Torres, Asensio, and Olmo. So Asensio will probably play as a false nine then. Then you've got Costa Rica. They're going a 5-4-1. Navas, Martinez, Fuller, Duarte, Calvo, Oviedo, Benetti, Tejeda, Borges, Joel Campbell. Is it Joel Campbell? Oh yeah, Joel Campbell used to play for Arsenal, isn't it? Joel Campbell, Contreras up front. Then on the bench, you've got for Spain, Sanchez, Garcia, Pau Torres, Marcos Llorente, Alvaro Morata, Koke, Nico Williams. Oh, it's a different Nico Williams. Raya, Baldi, Guillamon, Pino, Sola, Carvajal, Sarabia, and Fati. Fati is not a bad little player, I've got to admit. Very young, but a very good player. Then on
I'm
Costa
surprised.
Rica. Hang on, just go for the substitutes. So Costa Rica. Chacon, Vargas, Rules, Venegas, Torres, Salas, Alvarado, Watson, Aguilera, Lopez, Matarita, Siqueira, Wilson, Hernandez, and Zamora. And obviously Luis Enrique is the manager, and Luis Fernando Suarez as the Costa Rica manager. Yeah, you were saying so.
This is why I'm surprised by Spain's manager. So he's put Manchester City's Rodri as a centre back, and he's not brought Sergio Ramos because Sergio Ramos used to play for Real Madrid. He's not put Carvajal, who's better than Azpilicueta right now.
Where's Sergio
Another
Ramos
Real
playing
Madrid
now?
player. He's playing for PSG.
Oh, I thought so. Yeah.
And it's like he's not brought Thiago Alcantara as well, but he's playing Busquets. It's like 38 years old.
I know
I don't understand the logic.
and that's only gonna hinder him because you're playing. When you get to play Japan or Germany, who've got a mixture of youth and old, and the Germany are more in a transition sort of period. Really, they're clearing out the old and bringing in the new, in a sense, but they have got a fair good balance of both. And if Spain play them with their not the has-beens, but very, very old players, they'll just pick a young team, Germany, and their energy and athleticism will be 10 times better than the Spain's. And all of a sudden they're getting dominated. And you've got nothing to back it up with. So I get the point you want to I don't get.
Yeah, like Thiago Alcantara is a better footballer right now than Busquets. Rodri, who plays for Man City, one of the best teams in the world, is a better midfielder than Busquets.
Oh, mate, if you sit like, I mean, I try not to base everything on FIFA rating, but like FIFA 23 these days, all the best players are at Man City from their best positions. The best player in the best position is from Man City at a decent age.
Yeah, so, it's crazy.
It's crazy. And the fact you don't want to use them. I mean, even Thiago, 29, I believe he is.
Yeah.
Quality midfielder at his peak. He should be at a World Cup. Why is he not at a World Cup? I know he's been poor this season because Liverpool have been shocking. Compared to their previous seasons, they've been shocking. But you can't not take the experience of Thiago Alcantara.
It's weird for me. It's weird,
mate.
Because
this World Cup's already been weird, bruv. So don't worry.
I feel like because Luis Enrique used to manage Barcelona.
One of too many D's, and it's not Coke. Because
Luis Enrique, who's the former manager of Barcelona.
Exactly. As well, you'd think that, wouldn't you?
But you know, they were angry at Thiago when he left because they didn't want him to leave, and I feel like that's why he doesn't pick him.
But that's why it's like it's stupid from what I've. Oh, so
Football
actually, Costa Rica. So Costa Rica are playing a 4-2-3-1, and Joel Campbell used to play on the left for Arsenal. He's actually playing in the middle.
Yeah.
But I mean, what did you make his time at Arsenal, Joel Campbell? Because there was a period where he was actually doing not that bad, and for us,
I mean, he was okay. I guess he never got a real opportunity. But then again, he's not really set it on fire anywhere else. So it's one of them.
But then to be fair, in 2016, like the opportunity he was getting, he should have been starting every game. He was in some of his best form, and then he gets. Remember the Watford game, best player on the pitch by a mile, and he gets taken off by Wenger, and you wonder why he doesn't kick on.
Yeah,
like that's sometimes what happens, bro. Like you mistreat players like that, you're gonna get punished, and unfortunately. Now the game has kicked off. We're off and running. Like, is Costa Rica? Can Costa Rica in another difficult group? Don't forget, 2014 they had Uruguay, Italy, and England in their group, and they topped the group. So can they do something? Do something similar? I doubt it. But then I doubted Japan beating Germany, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Like, I doubted Saudi Arabia getting back in that game against Argentina, and I was proved wrong on that one as well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You never know. It's gonna be interesting. Let's
But
see
if anyone
what's
watched that first half,
yeah.
no one would have thought they would have got back in it.
No, no, no. I thought Argentina was gonna win 4-5-0. It was gonna
Hmm.
be they were just gonna keep on playing like they played and make sure they don't get offside and score a few goals. But fair play
My
to
late birthday present and only Christmas present came today.
that's good.
Yeah, finally sorted the phone out.
Huh? Congratulations.
Yeah,
What did you get?
an S22,
Oh
but
yeah,
they didn't do SIM cards in the 128, so I had to send that. But the 128 that I got,
yeah,
because it didn't do SD cards, I had to send that one back, thinking it's not got no enough storage. Get the next
yeah,
one up, and it came to about the same price that I'm paying now. In the
yeah,
end, for some stuff that I really wasn't really wanting to use.
yeah,
I just wanted the phone in the same contract, and then um, yeah, so I end up with the same payments as before, but
yeah.
at least
Well,
then
better.
it's got the storage you need,
Yeah, that's good.
because then they want you to buy their storage spaces and this that. Can you? Are you able to come on camera for a bit? Because I need to go to the loo.
Yeah, well,
All right, wicked.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
just
too.
keep
So,
it going. So I got to go for the loo for a bit.
yeah, no worries. I'm here. 0-0. Spain versus Costa Rica. Um, let's see. Will it be another underdog story, or will Spain be able to handle the pressure and win? We got a corner now. Good clearance from Costa Rica. Yeah, you've seen the few players that missed out from the Spain squad. You know, David De Gea, Sergio Ramos, Thiago Alcantara. I'm sure there might be even more. And yeah, no Ansu Fati from start, no Sarabia either, and no Morata. It's gonna be interesting to see Asensio in that central role. It's new to me to see him there, so let's see as a false nine how he does. But we do know that Spain have had a lot of success playing with a false nine before. I think when they won the World Cup, Cesc Fabregas was the false nine. Obviously, that team was a go-to team with Iniesta, Xavi, Xavi Alonso. They just had so many good players. Then Spain, Busquets, Prime, Alaba. Yeah, so it's been great. It's gonna be interesting to see. Yeah, let me see if I can. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, I wish I could mute Steven. I think my voice is coming out from his headphones into the mic. Yeah, he's back. We can hear him, but we just can't see him yet. But yeah, what's your prediction, guys? Put your predictions into the chat. Let me know who do you think will win.
Right.
You, you
Actually, that's a
forgot to
good
put
point.
yourself on mute.
So
Yeah, no
see,
worries.
he only had it flashing though, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, because I could hear my voice from your headphones into your mic. So
Right. Sorry,
yeah,
my bad.
no worries, no worries. But now we know. Big up Ed as well for tuning in. I hope you're good, bro.
Yep.
Uh,
Big up yourself, bro. I'm going to. If you go to the stream that's on SFeatleyTV, I've put a poll in. I'm about to put a poll in about who's going to win the game.
yeah,
Who will win this game?
yeah,
This
yeah.
game.
David Olmo missed a big chance for Spain. Should have done better there. Needs to get on
Yeah,
goal
he
at
needs
least.
to. Yeah, he needs to do a lot better. Yeah, he does. To be fair, can't really. You got to take your chances.
Yeah, but as expected, Spain is going to have a lot of possession, got lots of players that are good in possession.
So yeah, I've put that in there as well. Big edge yourself. Big. It's all World Cup of upsets. I'm going 1-1.
Oh,
Go
wow,
for
big
it.
up Ed, man. I love it. I
Big up
love it. I
Ed.
love these underdog stories, man. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
fun.
But as you can, as obviously you see, obviously it's we're both streaming on each other's channels. So you've got King's Football Show doing this stream, and then obviously you, as you can tell by the overlays, and that is also streaming on SFeatleyTV. What I might actually do is I'll get the link for both each other's channels, and then I'll
In the
put and also the stream. And then no, I'll just do each other's channels actually. That's better. It's easier that way. And then anyone that wants to go subscribe, go subscribe. And then go check out my channel.
Yeah, Ed, what do you make of Rodri playing centre back for Spain and not picking Ramos and playing Rodri in his original position, which is midfield, CDF?
Click to subscribe to King's Football Show. I'll put that in there. And then I'll put this one
from Spain.
To subscribe to SFeatley TV. And as obviously SFeatley TV, if you do not know what that channel is, it's basically similar to Saeed, but he does more FPL content. I know nothing about FPL, so I wouldn't know. So he does the FPL sort of side of things as well as Arsenal match reactions and stuff like that. SFeatley TV is mainly Arsenal and Premier League content, so the latest news in not as much as we say Premier League, we do try and cover some European football as well, but Arsenal and Premier League mainly, and it's all to raise money for Children's Liver Disease Foundation as a fully monetized channel. So if you could go and subscribe to both channels, it'd be really appreciated. Really, really appreciated.
Oh, good again from. Oh, Spain almost scored.
Yeah, they did as well, bro.
Asensio
there on the being that false line again.
Yeah, good pass from Pedri.
They've been a bit indifferent in their form, to be fair, Spain.
Yeah. They almost didn't make the World Cup. Like Sweden were ahead of them with 2 games left to play, 2 easy games, and just bottle it.
Yeah. Was that Sweden?
Yeah. As you can see, I don't support Sweden, so I don't know why.
Yeah. I changed the different yellows.
So
what is it in the
Lions?
Nah, 3 Lions, bro. 3 Lions, bro.
Obviously the most successful team in the World Cup.
Yeah.
How many stars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How many stars have you got in your Senegal badge, bro?
I got 1 star. You just won.
No, not on this shirt. Not on this shirt because it's like it's on the flag. Like I'm talking World Cup stars.
Gold star.
Talking World Cup stars, bro.
Your star got no color. That's how long ago you won it.
That's because it's designed like that. Bargo, how you doing, bro?
What's up, man? What's up?
I'll be back.
Yeah, Dan will be back as well. How are you? How are you doing, Bargo?
Good. Great upsets this morning.
Yeah,
I don't know. I thought Japan created a lot, actually, more than I expected. Instead of people are saying like it's a fluke win.
Oh, it's a goal! It's a goal for Spain.
No.
Goal for Spain. I'm just gonna double check to see if this is not VAR. And this is double check. We'll double check before we change the score lines. But a big pile up with.
No, that's offside.
Well, I don't know yet. We're gonna check. No, we're gonna check first. We're gonna check first. I'm not gonna make any decisions.
Yeah.
But like Costa Rica at 6s and 7s at the back should be clearing those ball. Try and get the ball away, man. No, I don't think he was offside. No, I don't think he was. He came from a well onside position. Ball was played. Yeah, he was well onside. He is way onside. That's a perfectly good goal. Perfectly good goal. So 1-0 Spain.
Ah, that's so upsetting.
1-0 Spain. The bloody hell, how many countries do you support? He's called you Gloria, bro.
My parents are from Senegal and Gambia, and I was born in Sweden.
That's okay.
So, what's your point, Dan?
And then he picked Brazil.
So you have three, basically. You have three. Like...
Because Senegal and Gambia never went to any tournaments when I was a kid. So I had to find a team. So I choose Brazil, and then I've just.
You could have chose actually. When you chose France, because you had Patrick Vieira.
No, I never liked France because I didn't like the president.
That's why
he used to say some racist things about the foreign players, and he used to say that it wasn't France who won the World Cup; it was the foreigners who won. So I could never support that.
Wait, was that 2017 when that happened? That was like that was the last World Cup.
No, it happened 98.
90.
Oh, no, it's 98, 2000.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So yeah, that's why I never supported France.
Yeah, I never was.
I get.
I think there was one year that I liked France a lot, which is 2006.
He explained, Dan. He explained. He explained. He didn't have a club, didn't have a nation to support. So, and obviously at the time Brazil were at the top of their game. So yeah, he picked.
I mean, I saw them in '94, but I was a kid then. I was just 5 years, so I don't remember much there. But then in '98, R9 was my favorite player, and he played for them. So. And I liked the way they were playing football.
But then,
so
to be fair, right? To be fair, right? I feel that what I know probably know is that if you had Sweden or Senegal play Brazil, you would probably support Senegal and.
I support Senegal if they play Brazil 100%.
Yeah.
I wouldn't support. I don't like Sweden. That's the thing. I just like, for me, it's just because I was born there.
Yeah.
That obviously, if they play
the Euros, you would pick Sweden.
I picked them, but if Sweden play Brazil, I'm supporting Brazil. If Gambia or Senegal were to play Brazil, I'm 100% supporting Senegal and then Gambia. It's not that even if we get smashed, I'll still support them.
But he didn't really like.
Yeah, but I didn't like. I had a lot of issues growing up as a kid with racism in Sweden. So again,
that's bullshit.
It was hard to have any emotional attachment.
Fucking stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't. I got no time for it whatsoever.
Yeah, but we're here. World Cup is a party,
Yeah.
It's been a great World Cup so far as well.
We haven't had party play yet.
Yeah, I know. Fair play. Yeah.
I got German in my side of the family. Don't mean But fair play. What a goal! Oh my, great touch when I got
parents born and raised in Germany. Like my parents were born and raised there.
Yeah,
and all my cousins, like my family. I don't have any relationship family wise to anyone in Sweden.
Here's the thing. Technically, if I really wanted to, most of my family is Scottish. Most of my family originates from Scotland. So I really, if you really wanted to break it down, yes, I was born in England, but I really should be supporting Scotland because most of it's Scottish blood in me, right? And part of it's Welsh from my grandma, right, on my mum's side. But most of it, my dad's parents were Scottish. We don't know about his dad, but definitely his mum. My granddad.
But your dad, was he born in England? Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I grew up. But I was born here. So I grew up here. Like
but that's the difference. Like if my dad was born in
this is the thing.
Sweden.
So the thing is, is that I have that affiliation with Scotland. I fucking hate them. When I play them against when England play against Scotland, like I want to beat the crap out of them. Like, and when they play in the World Cup, I want them to lose. Like, even
what I'm saying,
Wales, I don't have too much of a problem with because obviously it was my grandma, and I would love to know my grandma because I never met my grandparents. So if I met my grandparents, I'll probably feel a bit different to it. But it's just sometimes when Welsh fans try and make up better than they're not. I mean, like that game against USA, they were poor. Like, so they feel they deserve something out of it. And I've got it's when you get fans that just wind you up, so you don't like the team or the country or something. It's like that, isn't it? It's just but Scotland, I just want them to lose, the same as like France and Germany, because they're rivals.
But what I'm saying is that I don't have any blood relation that was born in Sweden, not on my dad's side, not on my mom's side. And if you're born in the country with none of your parents or grandparents or grandparents have ever been born there, and you're not welcome in the country,
exactly.
Why would you support them?
Yeah, of course. I want to support a country that didn't support me.
I mean, it makes zero sense to me. Like I would happily, and I'm trying to get rid of my Swedish citizenship. Because I don't have any emotional attachment to them. They don't see me as Swedish, and I don't see myself as Swedish. So it's like it's just one of them. I have more love for England than I have for Sweden.
But this is the thing.
My kids.
Right? This is the thing, is that, and I've known you for so long now, is that I've never thought once that you were like Swedish, and I never count you as Swedish, and I never think you'd be Swedish. It's like, and that's not me trying to say you come from a certain area because of whatever. That's not that at all. It's just because you can tell you have more passion and love for where your parents come from. So, and that's the thing, and that's why some footballers, like Aubameyang, for example, he was probably born in France.
He was
somewhere. He was born in France.
His mom is French,
but he plays for Gambia.
For Gabon.
For Gabon, sorry, because his family's from there.
That's where his heart. That's what. Like Indian, wherever
if you play with your heart,
wherever your heart feels is your home and where you're from. That's where you represent. And that's why I don't judge any place.
By the way, I've got to bring in my brother Tony Claw, bruv. How you doing, bro?
Hey, how you doing, Steven Featley?
I'm doing all right, bro.
Good, nice to see you again. You were on my show the other day. It's only nice I come to, repay the favor. And I can see my brother there with the Brazilian jersey. Big up to you, man.
I got to cut in. Sorry, it's 2-0. It's 2-0 to.
Oh my God!
Spain.
Asensio with that
again.
second goal. Can you imagine this?
Oh, this is going off, bruv. We could be.
I'll be back
Costa
in
Rica
5
could be in
minutes.
for a hiding. Yeah, no worries, bro. Yeah, we could be in for a Costa Rica hiding here. But that game against Germany, Japan, like Tony, obviously I was out with my mum. I needed some time out, away to get out from the house. But yeah, what did you make of that game? If you got to see parts of it?
Yeah. I came back from work, of course, a little bit late today, but I was able to catch up with some of the game. Man, did you see what happened?
By the way,
Germany.
I have to play the clip. I have to play the clip again of our Arsenal Sam.
Takehiro Tomiyasu.
the way he pronounced that name, man. Asano, what a player today! Jesus Christ, man,
Promote him.
What a game! See, yeah, the way Japan upped the ante and just turned up the intensity in the second half of the game. It shocked me, man. It really, really shocked me.
Tells me,
I was in shock.
When say because obviously say you watched it and when he explained it to us and I sort of made sense in a way. Obviously, it's still, even though it's a winter, it's very, very hot there in this country and it's always been, and it's kind of like why England paced themselves probably in a bit of the first. I was probably complaining a lot because we were slow, but in the end, it was more pacing yourself for the game because Germany seemed to be coming out all guns blazing in the first 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But so by the second half, the energy levels just dropped in the second half because of the amount of pace and intensity they tried to do in the first half. And what it's done is because of the heat, it's caught them out, and they didn't have the legs that Japan had. So they meant Japan were winning the second balls, they were winning the in dominating areas. And mate, I don't know, I didn't even watch the game, but you could tell they were completely overrunning them because the fact they have more pace and energy about them. And don't forget, some of that German side some of it's in its last World Cup. Some of it's is only just starting its first World Cup. So,
but they did not play like that today. Germany, they dominated that first half.
And Germany have not been. They've been on and off before going into the World Cup as well.
Mm-hmm.
On the
yeah. But see, going into that game today, Germany were favourites to win that game. It was theirs to lose, actually. Exactly. But they turned up the ante, at the get-go in the first half. And most of all, I wanted to just see how the Germans will be able to exploit those spaces through the middle. So most of their balls came through the middle. Of course, Gnabry was also there to bring in and run in those channels. Both left, right, it was just moving everywhere. But for me, that game today, I don't know, something just went against Germany. I don't know what. Of course, Kai Havertz scored a goal. It was disallowed today. The Germans got the first half. They couldn't make do of most of the opportunities in the first half. And of course, the Japanese just said, hey, man, you know what? This German coach has just removed two of the most potent players. I'm talking of Müller when it was, hacked
Sorry,
off.
I gotta show you this. Look, my popcorn for the Germans.
Yeah, nice one. And of course, when they hacked off Gundogan and when they hacked off Müller, the game just, it just went bland just like that because, of course, Gundogan was a turn on the Japanese defense. it was a thorn on the flesh today. As well as Muller, he was creating those spaces through the middle and walking his way through, and of course Gnabry and and other players, making it up with that Germany team in the first half. But you know what? The Japanese just refused to lose. They showed more hunger. They showed more thirst. And as a coach, that's what you want from your players, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Bargav, what did you make of it?
Big ups, man.
Yeah. Hey, big up, Tony. So honestly, I don't know. Japan had. It wasn't like a game where I felt like Japan was. They had their chances. I think they definitely had their chances on the other side. It wasn't like they had 1 or 2 chances. It wasn't like they just had 1 or 2 chances and then they just converted it, and Germany dominated the game. But I think there were times. I think after the 70th, I think they just flipped a switch to Japan. The defending was pretty good too. At the very end, their defending was awesome too. But this was the upset.
For Germany, so sweet.
This was the upset I predicted, so I'm kind of happy I got this one. Because I saw Japan, Japan's they have a lot of Bundesliga players and whatnot, so they were kind of familiar with this team. So.
But yeah, Asano really impressed me, to be fair.
You think it should have been a German victory? You think a lot of people were saying it should be a German victory easily, but
yeah, with the quality they've got, you usually expect so. But
yeah, I mean that's quality.
Yeah, of course.
It's what happens when you don't have the same. If you can't match it with the same energy and the fire. It's not about quality; it's about having the energy and lasting and managing the 90 minutes, especially in such a hot climate as they're playing in Qatar. Hence why it is in the winter. I mean, I mentioned just earlier, like what you said to us earlier about the fact that Germany didn't seem to pace themselves throughout the game, which is why they were tired in the second half.
Yeah, Argentina made the same mistake, because they play earlier on the day when it's as hottest in the country, and Saudi Arabia and Japan, they were smart. They were playing low. They didn't waste energy in the first half, and then in the second half, they were attacking them. They made good substitutions, fresh players coming in, and they couldn't cope with it. And it's good tactical management. You have to understand every aspect of the game, especially in the World Cup. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just gonna go for the. Sorry, but I'll let you go. I just gotta go for the chat.
That's fine.
I didn't know that. Party time. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty to Spain.
Oh my God!
Party time. Work event. Party time. So, my surname is Jump. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Not good. We were talking about supporting whichever nations, and you support wherever your heart is to be in. But to be honest, football does not matter if it's your brand or company. You can still play for that country. Exactly. King, I don't know your story, man. It sounds fascinating. King, get rid Swedish passport, and Canada welcomes all, especially Brits, of course. Come on and make a brilliant life and be part of the best rising nation of Canada football. Hopes for 2026. I'll pass, man. I love being British, to be fair, but yeah. I'll be a good friends. But game over. 2-0, obviously. It's 3-0 now.
Yeah,
make that 3. I tell you what, I'm gonna run out of freaking overlays at this bloody rate. I'm telling you, because you have to. I can't do the scoreboard without the overlays.
I predicted 4-0 to Spain, but it might be more.
2-0. I'm only bantering anyways. Let's say England more than I don't remember. He's doing it. He usually does it to wind me up. Yeah.
It's banter, Dan. It's banter. That's what
It's banter, Bob.
But obviously, my two daughters were born in England, and
yeah,
I've had some good memories in England as well. So that's why.
I love your daughters to death. To be fair, oh god, man.
Yeah.
Fourth place, CONCACAF Canada is the real deal. He's really bigging himself up. If you don't beat Belgium, trust me, I'm gonna smoke you, Moss. I'm gonna put.
We have to support Canada for
I know.
Moss.
I'll support him, but like I'm told you, don't go. He's so confident.
You see, Steven, yeah, he's the real glory hunter. So he's
no.
That's well put.
Don't start with that. I support a team that's not won an World Cup in 60 odd bloody years. Last time I was seeing it, my dad saw it, and he used to take the mick that he saw us win it. Right, just shows how old he was. This is literally my last chance to get some silverware with England, for God's sake. And second of all, I support a club that ain't won a title in 20 odd bloody years.
But you started supporting them when they were winning, weren't you?
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's not that bad. We've won a couple of FA Cups, man. It's not that bad. Come on, man.
I want to ask you
something.
I want my league, bro. I love that person. I love it.
I want to ask you something. Where in England were you born?
Where in England I was born? Sidcup in London.
Which club is it nearest to?
Woolwich.
I told you were born in Norwich. That's why.
No, I was born in London, bro. You can hear the accent. That's why when I came up here, everyone was like, bloody hell, he's from London. He's speaking that like loudly in his Cockney accent.
Yeah. So Arsenal is actually the club that's nearest to you then.
Yeah, Woolwich Arsenal.
Woolwich Arsenal.
And then the next on for that is Charlton.
Okay, yeah, fair play.
If you really wanted to go there, like the nearest one apart from that would be non-league Wellington United, who are just not even in the non-league national; they're in the non-league South. So they don't even exist.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Spain is going to kill these guys. But see, let's go back a little bit. Let's go into hindsight into that German game. See, don't get it twisted. This German team still have a lot to offer. I want to see their game against Spain. I still think that they might, they still have something to do in this game. See,
especially
today's
Germany,
game.
They've lost that game. If Spain have won theirs, Germany needs to get something out of that game at least. They need to get a point at least. Preferably, they need to win.
They need to win. They need to win the next two games, obviously. But see, today's game, just check out their ball possession. In the first half, Japan had no shot on goal, actually. So to see how smart Japan really was in the first half.
Saudi Arabia. It's good tactics.
They were just so smart today.
That is the point. You see the similarity. Like Argentina was dominating the first half. Looked like Saudi Arabia were never getting into it, and then by the second half, you can see that Argentina have run out of legs, and all of a sudden Saudi Arabia started winning second balls. They started getting more dominant possession, and then obviously the two goals came, which came as a shock to Argentina. The first goal, I think, really caused them to collapse at the back and in the midfield. Right? And then once Saudi Arabia got their second goal, which deserved to win any game, to be fair, right out of the Messi scrapbook. Once you saw that you saw immediately Saudi Arabia, they didn't drop all the way back, right? So they left themselves completely penned in their own area, because that's what it would have done, being too deep. They dropped halfway back from their high line. So instead of being right in the centre circle, they're like in between half distance between the goal area and the centre circle. So it meant that Messi and that couldn't play the balls in behind that they wanted to anymore because they didn't have the space until the keeper would be able to get it. And so it meant they had to front them out and try and figure a way of tippy-tappy around them. And with 2 banks of 4, they kept their shape. And that's what, and then that's how they managed to seal them out. Because in the end, no matter what Argentina were bringing on, they could bring on for another 20 minutes. I don't think Argentina would have scored a goal. They ran out of ideas. They completely ran out of ideas.
Yeah, I think the difference with Japan,
and that's
with
why
Japan's
the heat,
game,
that is why the heat is going to be very, very key into every single game in this tournament and how people pace themselves. And I think the big teams thinking they could have just turned up and their quality was going to shine through, right? And it's not turning out that way for some of them. And that's probably why maybe I take a bit more slack off Southgate for that slow start, because it paced ourselves throughout the game.
Yeah, like this, still to this Japanese game today with Germany. Japan, they really have fast wingers, of course. Ito, Asano, these are very, very fast, pacey guys. You know, when they're coming at you, they're coming with lots of pace. And of course, that German game, lots of transitions between both sides. You know, this side is trying to, you know, go offensively. The other one is not holding back. They want to go offensively too. But the problem with that German offensive onslaught is that they never knew that Ito and Asano were really that pacey, fast, pacey guys, you know. And see, even the ball possession tells the whole story. Today, it was dominated by Germany, definitely 74 ball possession to 26, I think 26 to Japan. That tells you the whole story. It was dominated by Germany, but just at the right time, Japan was able to just bring that extra bit of quality down to it. And of course, Asano, Ito, you know, these guys, you know, they
I
know
also
this
think
stuff.
as well is that you see in Spain how they're starting now, but they're managing to take their chances as well. If Argentina took their chances, they would have had that game done and they could have managed themselves. And I think that's what they tried to do. And when they didn't take their chances because they kept getting goal offside, then they were sort of stuck in a rock and a hard place because they've used all the energy to try and get those goals and they haven't. So you can see now Spain 3-0 up. They can just go, we can take it easy. We can step back a bit now and relax. And I've just realised I've got it on 3-0 Costa Rica for some reason. I don't know why.
But yeah, for me, this has always been my critics to Hansi Flick. It's that
sorry,
his teams are never solid in defense. Right?
Yeah,
they always lose a lot of goals.
Yeah, sorry, go on. You finish, and I'll get through these chats.
For me, I always said I think he's overrated as a manager. I think he's an okay manager. I don't think he's up there with the best managers, and I think his team
overrated is a little bit harsh. Oof.
No, I think
a little, just a little
people
harsh.
put in the bracket of your clubs and your Pep and your Ancelotti's, and for me, he's nowhere near them.
I mean, he won a Champions League with Bayern.
Champions League,
but listen,
multiple Bundesliga.
No. He listen. The Bundesliga, almost any manager who managed Bayern Munich wins it. They've won it in the past 12 years in a row or something crazy like that. The last time another team didn't win the German league was when Klopp was there. That's how dominant Bayern Munich are. So that doesn't tell me anything. Like winning the German league with Bayern Munich, that doesn't make me rate you. The Champions League.
Well, winning the Champions League.
Let me break it down. Winning the Champions League, if you have a good enough team, because it's a knockout tournament, you can win it. We've seen it with Tuchel. Tuchel won it with Chelsea. Tuchel won it with. Yeah, wait. Tuchel won it. No one is telling me that he's the best manager in the world. Di Matteo won it. No one is telling me that he's the best manager in the world. Winning Champions League is a great achievement, but that doesn't tell me that you are a world-class manager, because no one rates Di Matteo as a world-class manager.
I think for me, it's it's down to it's down to winning trophies on a consistent basis. For me, you have to win on a consistent basis to prove you're one of the best. For me, that's why Jose Mourinho, as much as everyone goes on about his football style, he is winning. He does win. I mean, obviously, he didn't do it with Tottenham, but he did it with Man United. He did it with Chelsea.
No one wins
He
with
did it
Tottenham.
yeah, but I mean, Conte's finding out for himself. But
he would have he would have probably won one with Tottenham if they didn't sack him if they didn't sack him on that like.
But that's the history of Tottenham. Isn't it?
No, they sack him on.
Managers in history.
They didn't want to pay him. They didn't want to pay him, so that's on them.
Bargav, they would not. No.
Who's gonna sack? All right, who's gonna sack somebody on the eve of a final?
No one.
Only Tottenham.
Exactly.
It's the history of Tottenham.
Yes, the history of the Tottenham as we all go. But
Good coach.
They're scared to lift the trophy.
Look, anyway, what I'm saying is that despite that like exclude from that, he usually wins on a consistent basis. Like, and that's why he's what is as much as people go on his football style, he's one of the best in the world. Like, especially his prime as well.
Prime. Yeah.
Like, Conte, he's not the great. I would say the best out of the best, but like he did it with Chelsea when he came in. He did it. Saw it when he did it with Inter Milan when he came in there. Yeah. So it's about winning on a consistent basis for me, rather than just you win one title and that's it. Bang. Like
I mean, Saeed has a point though. Bayern Munich has won it.
Yeah, let me just go through the chat first because I want to get these comments. People take good time to put these comments in, so I do like to get to them. So these flip switch and one same with Japan, bring on Tommy and then Mitoma and Asano and game over. Germany going to go out back-to-back World Cup in group stages before 2018. The last time was 1938. Wow.
Yeah, that's
like
crazy.
Even before the war. Like, I don't think Hitler would have been very impressed with that one.
He did it again, trying to get us cancelled. Please just do it on your channel.
I didn't. He was in charge then. And anything
I'll be back in.
Yeah. Moss putting in the fantasy league link. If you've got a fantasy league, right, as much as he's trying to like boost himself up, like with his fantasy league, if you have a fantasy league, I have one in the video description in below. So please do join our the World Cup Fantasy League. If you do have one, just join it. It's all a bit of fun. There might be a prize at the end of it. There's depending. I'm trying to find the winner of the Christmas prize for the FPL. Kassam, your team is at the top of the table at Christmas, so you win a £30 gift card. Then there will be a raffle just before Christmas where someone will win a £20 gift card. And then for the members only, so if you want to be a member, you will get another £10 gift card raffle where out of all the members that are there, I select one of them to get a £10 gift card. So yeah, make sure you tune in and and if you want to become a member and get a chance of 2 raffles instead of just one, to become a member, so you get a double chance. Obviously, the winner of the Christmas top prize of being at top at Christmas, I won't count them into the raffle draw because obviously they've already won the prize. So the idea is to give someone else a chance to win a prize as well. So, for fantasy players, this is international. No digs at club teams, please. Lol. Yeah, obviously because Danny Tottenham. Okay, so stream for Canada, Belgium. Me, King, if anyone else welcoming call, and I'll give the StreamYard link. Okay. Moss. Japan wins. Or what? I'm not gonna say that, to be fair. Join Steven's fantasy. Kings and mine. All good. Make predictions and brackets too. Absolutely. And who is doing the Watchalong Belgium game? That'll be Moss, because he's just a Canadian fan. So he'll be doing that tonight. And yeah, it should be fun. It will be fun. See if all the hype that Moss has been talking up will live. He's talked out a lot of hype for a very long time. So I'm going on about David and everyone else. Yeah, you time to step up and actually prove it, bruv. Yeah.
I think everyone's excited to see Canada tonight.
I'm like to see what it can do against Belgium. I think it could stand a chance.
Yeah, we'll see what Belgium shows up. We'll see what Belgium shows up today.
A lot of it's very old, to be fair.
Number 1 team in the world.
Yeah, we didn't watch it.
No,
that one.
The fact they're number team in the world shows that the FIFA ratings mean absolutely nothing. How could you be a number 1 team in the world and not won the World Cup?
Because that's done yearly. That's done yearly. And,
it's done yearly. It's not winning the World Cup. It's not a yardstick for that.
No, for me, nah.
Of course, if you win the World Cup, it does add points to it at the end of the day. But
but
that's only in the World Cup
it
year.
doesn't. For me, it doesn't. For someone who's not won any sort of silverware, that as Belgium has with the team they've got, I'm sorry. Like for me, as nations, you should be looking at like what they've won in terms of trophies.
Yeah, but no, it shouldn't. It should be based on who you play. It should be based on who you play yearly.
Yeah, but every time they've never, no matter how good their squad is, they've never even got to a final.
Yeah, but who knows? It could be their breakthrough. Who knows?
No, it is.
Yeah, but obviously you can't deny the kind of quality that they have in that team.
Oh,
right?
yeah, for their quality, they should.
Quality.
So I'm not saying that. It's just like.
No, I didn't say you said that. I'm just saying that you can't deny the quality.
In fact, it's even worse for them because with the quality they've got, they should be getting into semi-finals or even finals. With the quality they've got, hence why they're ranked so highly. You expect them to get into those things because of the quality they've got, but unfortunately, they've never been able to, and they've always been found wanting. Whether it's the mentality side of things, I don't know. It could be the mentality thing. Right? Don't forget,
not really that. I think the coach Martinez probably maybe has outdated systems on how he sets up that team. See, when a team sets up, they set up for the win. Just look at how England set up the other day. They set up to win.
No, it's wide.
They set up to win. So a manager has to be very, very updated on how to set up your team. And mind you, the only yardstick that we have about Martinez setting up a team, it's an Everton side that was lackluster when he actually coached that team. They weren't doing quite well. They weren't winning matches. Hence, he was sacked by the football club, and of course, he went to Belgium. That's just the only managerial yardstick that we have to evaluate Martinez, and he failed. So it's not really like the cream or an elite kind of coach. So for Belgium to be able to harness their skills and be where they are and be where they should be, they need an elite coach.
Exactly. I think Martinez has not been very good for them at all. Red Devils. You better beat. Do you know what? You better beat him, Moss, because you keep going on about it, and honestly, he's been counting the days down. It's like, don't count the days down, man. Enjoy what the World Cup, and enjoy being in the middle of it, because it's half time and it's
It's
3-0
half time now.
But need to keep. But yeah, where's Miss Melina? Miss Melina, right? Right, bless her soul. She is only coming in this chat, right, and on the show if she is well enough, right? I'm sure she's hyped for the game, right? But I'd rather she, like, if it means she gets better and 400%, I'd rather her stay stay in the chat or watch it by herself with her family.
Yeah, give it like a couple weeks. Thing. Yeah, give it like a couple weeks.
Exactly. I'd rather she'd take the time off that she needs. Well, I said I'm not having her on the channel until she feels that she's 100% fit.
Yeah, me too. I told her that it would be nice to have her, but she has to heal up properly, because I don't want her, getting down with stress and all that. So
no, enough going on.
Yeah,
there's enough going on. So, like, better just leave it as it is at the minute.
Yeah, but Spain's been a bit of a. I wasn't expecting this from Spain, actually. Even though Costa Rica are bad, listen.
But they have quality down there, man.
They have quality, but they've there's been games they haven't really put it together this year. They did beat Portugal on a goal at the very end, even though Portugal dominated that game. Felt like it, but they haven't put it together, and they didn't have a striker. And now to score 3 goals it's not what I expected. But
Moss, you can be hyped, but just what I'm saying is just enjoy it. Before you know it, it's gone.
Yeah.
Well. In 11 games, they've only lost 1 game.
Who are you talking about? Canada?
Spain. I'm talking about Spain.
Yeah.
They've only lost 1 game in 11 games, and that was a loss to Switzerland. So I don't know where that is coming from, Baga, but
but they're not. But they haven't been talked about. They haven't been talked about like favorites, though. They haven't been talked about like favorites. That's the thing.
No, not as favorites, but of course it's a potent team. Of course, they lost to France. If we date back to the next 16, 17 games, but it's a decent side. They totally have players that could cause damage to any team. They have Olmo. They have Pedri's there. Gavi's there. Pedri's there, and mind you, Fati is on the bench. He hasn't even stepped up to play. Man, there's a lot of quality in that Spanish team.
Moss, yes, she's had pneumonia, and obviously it's been such a traumatic time for with that. So, right, like I said, right, we'll just leave her to rest and get herself 100% better. Because what she had to go through was a lot, and it takes a lot out of you. So, and it takes a long while to recover. So just let her be with me and do what she needs to do to keep her fit and getting herself back to full health. Spain is deep, Germany, but know what they want from their manager. Red Army,
but you gotta
get in. Old as well. Most of their players are still from the 2014 World Cup. That's a good point, actually. I am enjoying Spain is going to win the group. Spain can beat anyone. So Rodri, a centre back. But some of the players he's picked, I don't get. For example, especially when you're deciding to play Rodri at the back. For me, I would want Rodri in the centre midfield. For me, but obviously it's been working in this game. Whether it will work against tough opposition is a tricky one. Are you surprised by some of the selection, Tony, in the Spain? Whilst you answer that,
I'm not shocked by anything. I'm not shocked by anything.
I'm just gonna get a drink. You carry on.
Wait, but Carvajal should be ahead of Azpilicueta, right? There'll be things. there'll be things like let's see, who else is on the squad? So Morata's not playing. They put Asensio as just pretty much up top. This team is pretty much like Barcelona. It has the spine of Barcelona for the most part. Gavi, Pedri, and like Busquets.
But yeah, of course, I don't know why he did put Rodri, in that central defensive slot, because see, yeah, they already have creative players in that midfield, man. Come on, look at Pedri, Gavi, all these guys, yeah. Even Bouquet on his day can actually, distribute passes even from that central defensive area midfield that he's at. He could run at defenses. He could run within the midfield and push and aid transitions most of the time. So see, when you have lots of creativity from Gavi and Pedri, you don't need Rodri to slot into that midfield position. Of course, it's a powerhouse, but I think they will need that powerhouse in the defense. One of the problems with Spain in the last World Cup was their defense. Their defense wasn't good enough. They conceded lots of goals. So of course, you just need that rock, at the back to really, really, be a rock down there for you, innit, Baga?
Yeah, but all right. So Eric Garcia and like Pau Torres must be like, how the hell am I not in the squad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's working, so I guess you got to give him credit. I mean, when it works,
it's working.
When it works,
It's working, and of course,
sometimes
Man
it's like
City.
that. Sometimes it's like that. If it works, like you can't really question the coach. But
yeah, well, of course, Man City, of course, man. See, Laporte, Man City, Rodri, Man City, winning mentality. Yeah, that's a whole lot of skill and championship mentality to just keep on the bench.
oh, absolutely. My only thing is, I think they're. I don't know. For this would be what group is this? This is. This is Group E, right? So they'll play Group F. Yeah, so they're gonna play Group F, which is Morocco, Croatia, Belgium, and Canada. So if they win the group, this most likely, I mean that group's still wide open for the second spot, but they should be okay for a while if they win the group. Whoever wins this group is gonna have like a much easier run in than other groups.
But anyway, this group E is not sealed as far as I know.
You think Germany's coming back?
Japan will still first face a bottleneck in Spain. Let's see what's going to happen. Like I said, that German team, they did not take their chances today. They didn't take their chances today, so it's very, very likely that they will come out firing on all cylinders when they face Spain and Costa Rica, because they need to win those two games.
But that group, when you look at it, like Japan, so it's Japan, Germany, Spain, and who's the other one? Oh, sorry, Costa Rica. So you're right, but Japan is Japan's been building up to this though, like for a while. So like they could pull off the upset against Spain. I don't know if they will, but I mean. You think it's going to be a straight? You think Spain's going to dominate them basically next game?
You said what?
So Japan versus Spain, like that's going to determine a lot of things for Germany, right?
Yeah.
So because Japan needs to pretty much for Germany to stay in the group, they pretty much they need a loss. They need Japan to lose.
Yeah, Japan needs to lose, and of course the best team to do that is of course it's Spain. If Spain can do a favor for Germany, that's just the only thing. But if Spain drop a bit and just decide to drop the intensity a bit and just draw with Japan and keep it low and keep it simple, then
that final match day, you'd want like a Spain loss, so that final match day is going to be massive. It's going to be an eliminator on that final match day.
I think, the problem with Germany has been their problem for a very long time, is that they don't have any player who can consistently score goals in that centre forward role. and we've seen that issue ever since Klose kind of retired. Like no one has really been able to fill his shoes, and we've seen it now. Like in the last Euros, they were not efficient. In the last World Cup, they were not efficient. I don't think it's unlucky. I just think they're not that great in front of goals. And Havertz, we know Havertz from Premier League. He's not a very effective player. We know that Muller, as good as he is, he's not the same Muller 6, 7, 8 years ago. And we know that players like Musiala, they're still very young. So there's a lot of responsibilities on Gnabry and Sane. But they are good wingers, but they aren't players who you expect to score goals in every game. And that's the problem for Germany. And I think they will need to go through. I think Spain and Japan will go through, because Japan, even if they lose to Spain, as long as they beat Costa Rica, they'll get 6 points, and that'll probably be enough for them. Germany now has to beat Spain.
Yeah.
Germany now have to beat Spain, and they have to beat Costa Rica and have a better goal difference than Japan. And I just don't see that happening, if I'm honest.
It's peak for Germany.
Yeah, it's unlike the other group where with Argentina, they because there was a draw, because the other game had a draw, they're still in it.
It is peak.
Yeah,
It is peak. It is peak for
But
Germany
again,
right now. It is peak.
But again, never
Sorry,
say
Tony,
never.
I gotta do this because.
No, I'm not saying never. I just think it's very unlikely
It's
for Germany.
It's peak. It's peak for Germany, and that's why this popcorn is so sweet.
I mean, that's like a rivalry right there, England, Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why I was saying never say never is that Spain have been, if you check their losses, of course, Bagav, I told you earlier that in 11 matches they've only lost one match, and that match was against Switzerland. Of course, if you date it back to like the next 17 matches, they've lost games to more tougher opposition, like bigger countries, like they've lost to Portugal, they've lost to France, also, so if you check it, these big teams, they have a problem when they're facing all these big teams of the world, but when they're playing this average teams, they maul them, and that's why they've been able to accumulate up to 10 wins, 11 wins in 12 games that they've played. So
but Germany
I still feel that Germany will throw the kitchen sink at Spain, and it will be a battle. I genuinely think so. I think Gnabry will up the intensity. Havertz will want to prove himself. See, Havertz, of course, is I don't want to say he's a garbage player. He's just an inconsistent player. But mind you, he's a big game player.
Yeah.
For some reason, he finds the back of the net in some very, very important games. That's just who he is. So he's a very, very inconsistent player. But when indeed he does want to turn up, he can turn up in big games. And they will need him in that game against Spain. He might come in, he might score, and they might just go to Costa Rica and have a score fest in that game. So let's see. So I'll never say never when it comes to this Spain, Germany, and, I'll still keep it open.
Yeah, Go ahead.
I think for me, from what I've seen from Germany this past few years, they have the same issues. They've struggled against better oppositions, Germany. And that's why they struggled in the Euros and in the World Cup before that. And I think, I don't know, like Havertz. Yeah, and that's as I said, they've struggled against better opposition. So they struggle against you, and that's why they lost. That's what I'm saying.
Actually, Moss brings up a good point. Okay, I get why Musiala is playing out on the wings, right? Like, because what is it? Because Musiala is better in the center, but because Muller has to fit in the squad, they kind of have him there. Personally, I would probably take off like one of them and then put like Adeyemi in. Adeyemi is like one. You wouldn't put Adeyemi in?
No,
but I have a question. This thing about Havertz being a big game player,
okay,
except the Champions League final, I haven't seen him turn up in Premier League against the big team. So is he really a big game player, or
It's so sweet.
or is it that he was good in that particular game in the Champions League and he turned up in the right moment? Can we really call him a big game player?
He's a big game player.
He does feel like a big game player for me too, but let's look at the stats. Let's look at the stats, I guess.
Yeah. It's interesting
He
to know.
scored vital goals against, I think, Man City. He scored vital goals against, I think he scored against Arsenal also. See, he has all those, 1-2 games that he lives up to his billing at the end of the day. But again, as I said, when I alluded to him being a big game player, he is one of the most frustrating players. He is extremely inconsistent with his gameplay, so that rules him out, in some quarters. But of course, he's still a big game player. Of course, when you score a goal for Chelsea in the Champions League and you win the Champions League with them, it's always going to be heralded as something big. When you score a few goals against some big teams in the Premiership, people would, they would lift your name up high. But if you're not consistent with it, that's the problem. That's the problem with him. Sometimes it just freezes. Sometimes when he should just continue or have a constructive continue from where he has already scored some certain type of goals, he just freezes at the end of the day, and that makes him very, very inconsistent. And that's why the Chelsea faithfuls don't want to see him in their club again. They want to see his back right now. I think he has overused his Chelsea his Chelsea Champions League win in the Champions League, for Chelsea. I think he has overused it now. So.
I don't know. So I'm trying to see like so where would I find like who is he scored against? Exactly.
Probably transfer market.
That's what I was looking.
Transmart or something like that. Transformart or something like that.
Probably.
I'm
or
really
if
hoping.
you search on Google, like Kai Havertz, again,
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
you might see something.
But no doubt, he scored some very important goals for them.
I look at, maybe I'm old school. I look like, for me, like Drogba is a big game player. I think he scored like 10 finals or something crazy like that.
Do you know what? As much as
there's no comparison.
For me,
there's no comparison with that. Is
can
totally,
I just? What I will also say is, for me, growing up, like for me, when Henry was the GOAT for me, like he was my GOAT all the time. But if you look at him in finals and stats wise, if you look at him in big finals and big games, yeah, he may turn up in big games in the Premier League, like when we were 2-1 down against Liverpool. We were struggling 0-0 against Man United. He and every time we would need a goal, you pick up a goal in the Premier League. In the big game finals, in the finals of the of that we were playing in, he doesn't score goals. He missed 2 blatant chances in the Champions League final. And I mean, obviously that broke my heart because obviously we went on to lose that. But he's not known to be a big name, a big game, big final player. You see what I mean?
think with Thierry Henry, it's fair to say he was a big game player, except in finals. He wasn't a player for finals, because even his record for France in finals, I think he got like 1 assist. I don't think he ever scored in any of the finals. Because if you look in that Champions League run, he was the one who scored against Real Madrid when Real Madrid were the Galacticos. So he scored against big teams, but he doesn't score in finals.
I'm just gonna go through the rest of these comments because, like I say, I always try and get to the comments. Always people want to contribute to the chat, and it's always important to me. Spain could beat anyone. So Rodri that's his destiny at Man City too. No, Rodri has, but Mr. Guardiola has made it very clear he wants him in his midfield. It is very clear. Spain ain't classed as favourites. They don't have any patent. No. Yeah, Morata is a bit. He's not the most one you can rely on. That's why they've started with Asensio as a. It's why Asensio. Yeah, but it's why Asensio, for example, is playing as a 9. You think Fatty gonna come on second half now? Could give him a run, Tony. I'll let you answer that in a sec. I'll just get to the other Morata Super Sub 2 low. So be Koke, Salah, Fatih Pina. They got a sweet bench depth. They have got a decent bench, to be fair. Canada versus Spain. Yikes. We need win the group and go beat Japan again. Just make sure you get through, mate. Like, you know what I mean? You want to get through. Just make sure you get through. Do whatever to get through. No, Werner, Havertz didn't look good. Muller looked good, but Musiala and with Sane and Oriemi could be nice. Steven has the popcorn ready for the speedball show, but no, Moss, it's not for that. It's for the sweet defeat of the Germans. I'm sorry. That's what it's for. Oh man, I'm getting anxious and excited. I said, just let it come, bro. Just let it come. You know, I always get nervous before England start, but in the end, it's like you just let it come and enjoy it. Nice course. This is why I say that's why I'll always, like I said, like take time when you're watching a World Cup because it quickly goes.
And it comes to live scores and their possible lineups. They're not accurate. They just guess.
Yeah.
They will put the correct one 1 hour before.
I think King to what Almod since and Morata still goal scorers. So do you think Fatih could come on second half now, give him a run, Tony Claude? What do you think?
Yeah. Obviously, see, this game it's buried already, man. 3 goals in the hole. See, they will have to.
You could give
course,
a run, innit?
Yeah, of course, yeah. You know, they will have to rest 1 or 2 of their most important players.
Some experience as well, like
exactly, yeah.
Because obviously it's a big thing for Fatih, obviously that your age to be in a World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So
Olmo also have to have a rest too. Olmo
but also to build the confidence as well in a sense in a young player to make sure that he can compete at the world stage, the biggest stage of all.
Yeah. How much has Fatih played this year? Because I know last year he got injured.
Yeah, no, he's been playing lately. So at the beginning of the season, he still suffered from injury, but he's been playing lately, and it's looked good for Barcelona when he's been playing on the left. He's a very talented player.
Fatih's one of those unlucky players, you know, with injuries.
It's 4-0 to Spain.
Who scored?
Oh my God, it's 4-0.
What?
It's 4-0. It's Ferran Torres.
Ferran
Torres, what a goal.
He's the one that confounds me the most, like Ferran Torres.
It's Ferran Torres.
Yeah, I've said I want him at Arsenal, but Arsenal fans.
Wait, you wanted him at Arsenal?
Ferran Torres.
He kind of fits the system. I just don't.
I'll tell you what, this is really going to help Spain.
He can play on the left, can play on the right, and he can play center.
Yeah, but he misses he's like Raheem Sterling, man. Like he misses so many chances.
Sorry, guys. When I meant that I wanted to watch this game, it weren't gonna be because that Spain were gonna destroy the Costa Rica.
Oh my God! You guys need to see this goal from Ferran Torres.
I saw it.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
What? Oh my God! The hunger, the thirst, just to get that ball. Just to score.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful.
Oof. You know what? Yeah, that's the kind of hunger I want to see at Arsenal Football Club. It's the kind of hunger I want to see.
You know what I think? But Tony, I see the hunger. You can see the hunger there with Arsenal at the minute. You can see it there, like throughout that whole period that we've been playing. Like when we went 1-0 down to Fulham, the hunger was there to get back in the game and win it.
Yeah.
When even though we lost to Man United, the hunger was there to try and find some way to beat them. You can see it's there, like the hunger to make sure we don't just take a draw at Stamford Bridge. We could have done, but we went and gone and this, and the hunger also against Wolves to make sure that we know if we win this game, we go 5 points clear of City. So the hunger to actually just go there and get the job done. And the one thing this is helping Spain no end, because if Japan struggle to beat Costa Rica and Germany struggle to beat Costa Rica, and don't have massive scorelines, Spain can get a favourable turn in their group because of the goal difference they have.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's almost like England right now.
Yeah, the goal with only 3 games to play in a World Cup, goals in games that you play in these 3 games are like gold dust.
Yeah.
Because they could be literally the difference. You could end up literally 2 teams on 5 points, but because of their goal difference, they go through. Right? And if you're on the same goal difference, and you're on the same goals scored, right? For example, unless you're a team that's first in the alphabet, you're not going to get through. So, like getting an extra goal scored or an extra goal difference will help no end.
Yeah, and now the changes have been ranked already. Morata is in for Ferran Torres already, and of course Solasi is already in for Pedri. So good changes down there. You have to rest these players. Pedri can give a pass, eye for a pass. You just have to give these guys a rest. Gavi, I hope Gavi too will just come out too. For Spain.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I had to turn the speaker down because mum's sister just got back. So they're in the kitchen. So.
Yeah, and of course, Gavi needs to have a break too. They've won already. It's 4-0. They just have to rest. Guys. See, I really hope that Arsenal football. I assume all of us are Arsenal fans. I don't know if my other brother down there is an Arsenal fan. But as Arsenal fans, Arsenal should be scouting in this World Cup for a striker. Edu should be he should be down there scouting for a striker. Martinelli, big ups to you, my brother. I never knew that. Big ups to you, man. He should be scouting for a striker.
On my shirt, bro. I got Martinelli on my shirt.
He should be scouting for a striker, a hungry striker. And just like I was saying in my own show, now they've torn up Cristiano Ronaldo's contract.
No, let's not.
Let's not start that. Let's not start that again.
One at a time. Let him land first, and then you can come in.
Exactly. Stephen doesn't like Ronaldo. Whenever he hates that guy's name, he just starts being an attack. He just go on an attack with me.
Let him
but let me land. Let's don't act as if we don't know our football club when it comes to the January transfer window. See, there is not gonna be any £50 million. That wasn't an official statement from the club. It was news that just filtered through the media. There is no £50 million to give to this guy in the January transfer window. Today, again, I'm hearing something different. They said that they're going to give him 2 signings in the January transfer window. So this is a different ball game from what we were hearing. £50 million and then £70 million, and then now they said today in the early hours of this morning that they will give Mikel Arteta 2 players. So see, it's all up in the air. We don't trust their recruitment at the club, at least for now. I'm a positive guy, and I'm actually saying this. But you see, what will it take Arsenal? What will it take Arsenal? We know they don't spend during the January transfer window. What will it take us to go in get Cristiano Ronaldo on a 6 month contract. Come in. We have no loyalties to this dude. He's not a club legend. We can just use him, do a hit and run job, and man, and he can go after 6 months. At least we can win the title. Say, Stephen Fitley, I'm doing you a favor. I really want you to see a title.
Yeah.
I really want you to see a title. I really want that.
Okay. For me, yeah, when it comes to Ronaldo to Arsenal, I don't think it's the right way to go. And my reasons are, number one, we've heard from Ronaldo in his interviews that he doesn't respect managers that are not at his level. So, you've never heard him spoken negatively about Mourinho or Ancelotti or Allegri. The managers that he dissed was Ralph and Eric Ten Hag, and they got something in common. They've never won in one of the five biggest leagues, and they've never won the Champions League. And we know that Arteta is a manager who he needs to be the man in charge, and you need to listen to him and his instructions. And I think Ronaldo would struggle with that dynamic. Ronaldo needs someone like Ancelotti who would lift him up and make him feel like he's the man. Secondly, when you look at
sorry,
the way
to that point, Ronaldo came out in that interview, that famous interview, of course, with Piers Morgan, and he said he respects Mikel Arteta, he respects what he's doing with the team, and he likes Mikel Arteta.
yeah,
Look,
but
no,
I'm gonna come to my second point. The second point for me, yeah, when wait, Steven, when you look at Saka, Martinelli, Jesus, they got two things in common. They work hard, they press, and they defend. And in Arteta's system, we cannot have a centre forward that we need to carry. That was the reason why Aubameyang, after when he signed his new contract, he struggled with our system because it demands so much defensive work and pressing from the attacking player. And we can see that Ronaldo at 30 years, 8 years old, we cannot demand him to play like a Jesus. And in our system, you can't have a poacher because it doesn't work. That's the problem.
Ronaldo, just need squad in depth. And if we don't have that squad in depth, I'm sorry, we're not going to win this title. Let's kiss the title goodbye.
I'm not done yet, Stephen. Wait.
I know, and that's why I was letting you go.
And when it comes to Ronaldo, he still wants to be the main man. Ronaldo doesn't want to be a part-time player. He doesn't want to be subbed in. He doesn't want to start a few games. He wants to start the majority of every game. And he would not do that at Arsenal. He would not start ahead of Jesus, Martinelli, and Saka. I know that he would not do that. He would be someone who will bring in when it's 20 minutes left, when it's 30 minutes left. He will start a few Europa League games. And maybe every now and then he get a Premier League start. And that's not what he wants. Cristiano Ronaldo's ego needs to get filled. And I don't see that he would get that at Arsenal. I'm not against getting players in. I just don't think Ronaldo is the guy for Arsenal.
Yeah, I want to make this point. First of all, the only reason the reason I am with Ronaldo at the minute, is because I thought the way he went at Man United and disrespected the club is out of order. That's why, before it starts. Now, with this guy, and I explained it, in the video that I did yesterday, but I will try and explain it in another video at some point. Cristiano Ronaldo, as C said, he wants to play the majority of every game. He does not want to be. He will sit there and think, if I go to Arsenal, I'm better than Jesus. I'm the GOAT. So Jesus will have to move out the way for me. Now, all that will do is stop the fluidity, the pressing, the creation of space because unfortunately he has not got the movement. He has not got the pace anymore. It's a fact. You see it every game, and all it will do is bring dressing room unrest. We got rid of Aubameyang, and since then the dressing room has been more together, more cohesive, and you can see it on the pitch. We're now top of the league, right? And it's been a blessing that the fact we got rid of that situation. Buying Ronaldo will just create that situation all over again, because he will not be able to accept that, unfortunately, players like Jesus, right, players like Martinelli and Saka are the future of football, and unfortunately,
but you don't know that.
Not.
You don't know that, Steve.
If it was,
you don't know what he's going to do. You're not God.
Let me finish. Let me finish. If it was Ibrahimovic, I could see your point, because if you see Ibrahimovic off the pitch, he's still applauding the team. He's still praising the team, even if he's not getting the minutes he deserves. Even if he only gets 2 minutes on the pitch, right? He's applauding the team because he works for the team. Ronaldo has made it very clear he wants to work, right, and have his things his own way, right? And I'm sorry, not any top club, right, that wants to have a long-term future of progressing further will not be able to do it with Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm sorry,
Steven, I want to ask you, in which other club has Ronaldo had this type of problem he had with Manchester United? He's a professional.
He had the same.
He's worked with coaches with big egos too.
No, he didn't.
He has worked with Jose Mourinho, my brother, who has ego in the game than Jose Mourinho. Because Bagav said no.
Watch that. So there's a clip I put backstage in the private chat. Like, watch that. Watch what Pogba says about Ronaldo. And if Pogba's saying this, it's insane.
Bagav.
What players say about players.
Has Ronaldo worked with Jose Mourinho
before?
Wait.
Whoa.
I'm not listening to what players.
Everyone has spoken.
Players are supposed to
let Bagav say a few things.
Yeah.
All I'm saying.
Let people land. Let people land. No, shut up. All right. I said shut up. Because you talk over. Sometimes I know it's a passionate topic, but
guys.
I know it's a passionate topic, but come on.
Bagav, wait. Guys, we are all passionate fans. Let's speak one at a time. It's a terrible discussion for people to listen to if we speak over each other.
Yeah.
And also, I've said this. Wait, Bagav. I've said this to Steven. I have 2 kids and my wife who watch my show, so no swearing is allowed. We can be respectful and say whatever we want to say without using swear words. So go on.
Yeah. So listen, I get there's both sides of this, right? But what I was mentioning is like the best way somebody you have to listen to players talk about other players. That's how you know if you're a good professional or not, right? I mean, how are we supposed to know? Because they're the ones that are around each other. If Paul Pogba, for example, I know he's had these problems, but he comes out and he says stuff about Ronaldo where he's an absolute professional, and he says he's ultra professional. You got to take that into account. And with the Arteta comments, so if the problem Arteta had with Aubameyang was professionalism, right?
Yeah.
He's not going to have that problem with Ronaldo. Now the question becomes is can we make it very clear to Ronaldo and have a contract with him? So I think that could be an option, because that's happened with players in the past, with Van Persie, etc., just to do a hit job. It can happen. We can do it, but the only problem is the only problem is what Tony's right about is we got to go all in. We got to go all in on this title, and if he's an option, it has to be on the table. Instead of being an emotional no because of whatever reason. If it has to be simply, if he's going to come there, contribute, and we're going to get the title, and he's going to increase our odds, we go for it. We have to go for it, and he's going to raise the level of everybody already there.
So that's all I'm saying. I agree with you, my brother. Bagav, I
Yeah,
totally agree with you. It shocks me that
God,
Arsenal fans that know this team, that know the board itself, that know that we hardly spend in the January transfer window, are choosers in this case. We need every tool, every machinery, as much as possible to come into Arsenal and give us the win. And right now we have a freebie. Like we don't have to spend. I'm looking at it from our club stance, not from like Ronaldo is going to come in and do this, because you can't be beggar. You can't be a beggar and a chooser at the same time. See, Arsenal Football Club have shown us over the years that they don't spend in the January transfer window. So whenever we have a freebie like this, why not just look onto it as an opportunity? Tell him your terms. If he agrees to those terms, we need harmony in our dressing room. We need this, we need that. We put it in contract. And if he agrees to those terms and he comes in, good and okay. That's why there's always terms of agreement, for crying out loud. Come in, sign it, do a hit job. Henrik Larsson came in, did a hit job for Manchester United, won the title, and went off, back to Celtic. He came from FC Barcelona, won the title. Fergie brought him in, he won it, and he left. Of course, he doesn't have a big ego. He's more of a calm, cool guy. But of course, he just came in. It was towards the end of his career. He came in for Manchester United, won the title, and he went off. He's not a Manchester United legend. He just came in as a mercenary, come do the job and go off. Arsenal Football Club hasn't won this title since 03-04. Why aren't you as passionate as me to get in someone at least? Because I know that this football club will not want to go in January to get someone. So right now that there is no
Tony,
excuse,
Tony,
we can be able to get a freebie to come into the club. Why not take that chance? Why rejecting it? Who the hell do we think we are? Who the hell do we
Tony.
think we are?
First of, wait,
So
wait,
you're
wait,
happy to accept someone
wait.
who just disrespect the manager if he doesn't get his own way?
Yeah,
No,
Steven, I
Stephen, you
wanna
don't
say a
know that yet.
point.
You don't know
I'm
if he's
sorry,
going
I'm
to
not having that.
disrespect
I
any
don't.
manager. You don't know
We
that.
Yeah,
just got rid of a
let me
player
say a
who
few.
we just got rid of a player
Yeah.
who disrespected Arteta on numerous occasions, right? We just got rid of him, and we all backed him when we did it, right? Why the hell do we now want to buy a player who will do exactly the same goddamn thing?
We don't know
Yeah,
that.
wait,
As
wait,
far as I'm
wait, wait.
concerned,
Do the
I
club
think he
Jack,
would
pay
want to
him?
prove a point to
I've,
Manchester United.
I don't want to
Uh,
prove a
wait,
point to Man
wait,
United. I want to prove the point to
No,
everyone,
I
right?
said even him would
wait.
want to prove a point to Manchester
No,
United that
no,
he can be cool. And if
he
he can
did
use
that.
that to give us the title, I'm okay.
No, I'm sorry. He did that to his own boyhood club, the one that
Yeah,
made
for
him,
me,
Well,
the way I look at football,
and he would never
I
accept
do
the
not.
terms anyway.
For me, the way I look at football
Sorry,
nowadays is very different to
can't
before.
accept players.
I don't look at football in terms of names and what they have achieved and what their CV is, because the football now has evolved where the system is more important than the individual. And the reason why I said that is that we've seen individual players at Arsenal that, as an individual, they are better than certain players, but they don't fit into the system, so therefore they don't become effective or useful. There's no doubt that Nicolas Pepe is a talented player. There's no doubt that Aubameyang is a talented striker. There's no doubt that Lacazette is still a talented player. He's still scoring goals. But in the system Arteta wants to play, it's not about just individual quality. It's
5.
about, can you
It's
the
5.
role?
It's
oh, it's
5.
5.
Yeah,
Oh my God, that's big.
5-0,
Oh,
5-0
ho,
Spain.
ho, ho,
Fair
ho.
play to Spain.
I'm
Amazing.
sorry.
And
It's
sorry
5.
guys,
Don't
we've got,
Gavi,
keep moving. Look,
Gavi with that
I
goal.
don't want to continue listening to this.
yeah.
Geezer. I
I
really
think
don't.
it's.
I'm done
I
with him
think,
now.
yeah. You know
That's
what?
why I had my video, and that was it. So
You know what?
I'm to hear with him.
Yeah, no.
Bitching over a game of football. Jesus.
You know what? You know what? For me, yeah.
It's just like you can't
Honestly,
accept something.
when it comes to the whole thing with Ronaldo,
A lot
I've
of players
said
would
that.
die to have his ability.
I've
A lot of
said,
players
and
would
I've
die.
been clear.
I
I
get you,
want
Steve.
Arsenal to get players in, and I think they will get players in. But I just don't want Ronaldo. I don't think Josh
He's
flew
not the
from
right person
America
for me.
to have a meeting with Arteta to drink coffee. I think there's a strategic plan. They've seen an opportunity, and I think they will execute it. We can only speculate if that will happen or not, but we can't make assumptions because we don't know yet. Maybe
Yeah,
Why?
they
but we
will.
can only tell by the history of the
No,
transfer
we can't
windows,
because
right?
history changed, Tony. That's the thing. History keeps on changing. So
But I
history
just want
don't
to make a
repeat
point as
itself.
well.
So
I'll make
we've
a
had January windows where we've bought Arshavin or we've bought Van Persie
Arsenal.
or
When
Aubameyang.
was the last time Arsenal Football Club splashed out in the January transfer window at least up to
Oh,
50
Aubameyang,
million pounds?
Aubameyang.
No,
Aubameyang.
the last time. The last time.
Yeah,
What
Aubameyang
year?
is the
What
last
Aubameyang.
year?
one.
What year?
Aubameyang.
That's
What year?
2018.
What year?
2019.
2018.
2018. It was 2018, sorry, not 2019.
2018, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2018, and now it's 2022. So up
but
to
is it safe
nearly
to say then, Claude?
four
Sorry,
transfer
Tony.
windows have
But
passed in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
time.
But
Tony,
it's yeah,
Tony,
but then
look
again, we got Odegaard in the January transfer window, and we made him a permanent deal later on in the summer. So it's not that we don't do deals at all in January. It's just
exactly.
it depends on circumstances.
Can I just make a point as well? Like, Arsenal have made a very strategic plan to have a young squad, the youngest in the Premier League. Right? They've made that. They've made that very, 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 very clear that they want to go with a young squad. Right? And I do not see Arteta and Edu and Vinal after doing so much work to pick up the young talent they wanted, right? To then decide to go with someone just because he's on a free, right? Whether he's on a free or not, to go with someone that we don't know is going to be at the peak. It's not his peak. I'm sorry, he's not. Like, who we don't know if he's going to have complete allegiance and going to help us at all because of the way he treated his club that brought him into the world of football and made him who he was. And like and also is a very high risk. It's going to be the same sort of player that what happened with the Aubameyang and cause another situation in turn. And even if all that they decide to do it, Ronaldo would never accept those terms of saying, I'll be here for 6 months and I'll be a backup and I'll be a supporting role for Jesus and the team.
Well,
He will not
you don't
accept.
know. You
No,
don't
he
know.
won't accept
We're
because he
not
can
God.
tell by the
No, but
interview.
You don't
he's
know.
No,
literally
but
said in
Tony,
the
hang on.
interview
You can
that he
tell by
still
the
believes that
interview.
he's good enough
He
to be the main
believes
man.
he is. Yeah, he believes
He
he's good enough.
believes
Hang on.
doesn't mean
Can
certainty.
I? Can I?
It doesn't mean
Can I finish?
certainty. The semantics doesn't
Can I?
suggest
Can I finish,
certainty.
please?
It
Can I?
only suggests
Can I
if,
finish, please?
conditional statement.
Like what I'm saying is that in this interview, he's made it very clear. He's very, very clear. Even in going into the World Cup, where they've got Andre Silva and other players that could be used right for the future of Portugal. Like he's made it very clear to them and the side that he feels he can lead that team right forward and be the main man. Right, the same as he's made it very clear to Terry Ten Hag and Ralph Ragnick, who he did know who he was. He was right. That's complete rubbish. Right, everyone knew who he was. Anyone with a brain cell. Right, so I'm sorry.
But
That
even that
he
that
made
that
hang on
Steven,
one
yeah,
hang on. I just need time to
yeah,
to
yeah,
get
yeah,
it
no
out.
way,
I just need time to get it
yeah,
out.
no way.
In the end, he feels he still has the right to be the main man, the main striker, not a supporting role for someone else. And that is something that is very clear in that interview because he feels he's still at his peak. When I'm sorry, he's just not. He's just not.
Oh, okay,
And
okay.
it's a
You know
simple
what? You've
fact of
called to
life.
question.
You
You've
get
called to
old.
question. You've called to question his skill right now. You've called to question his goal scoring prowess. So now I'll just take you back to last season. He scored 24 goals. Now, do you know Harry Kane is heralded as an elite striker? In it,
Tony, that's
good.
not
Last
season
season,
now.
I allowed you to speak, my brother.
Wait,
See,
wait, wait. Let him
last
land,
season,
and I'll come
last
back.
season. Good. Now, last season, your elite striker, good and okay, in the Premier League, Harry Kane. How many goals did he score? He scored 18 goals last season. That's Harry Kane. And do you know how many goals Ronaldo scored? He scored 19 goals. Now, one higher than Harry Kane, who is an elite striker in the Premiership, right? So that tells you everything you need to know about the striker. This season can't be counted because it just started, just a mega 4 games. So how can you effectively evaluate his gameplay this season? You can't get that, and he already has,
be fair,
a fracas, and he already has a fracas with the coach this season. So it's not possible for you to effectively evaluate whether he's at the peak or he's not at the peak. So you can only use the statistics of last season to actually check how good was he last season, and that's the statistics. So he still got it. He still got it. He still has something there to bring to Arsenal to help us win the. I want to win the touch. I don't know why people are a little questioning this type of things.
Tony,
I want to win it. So now in the second, see, and my brother, my brother, I don't know your name, man, but I like how you talk, man. But see, I will key you and Steven in here now. Good. Okay. Bar Cristiano Ronaldo. See, I don't like him too. It's not like I really like him. I just want to win the title. So now, see, since everyone is rejecting the offer of Cristiano Ronaldo now, who can you effectively bring in as a striker who would come in and play in that team? Let me give you your options now. Ivan Toney, he has a betting scandal on his neck right now. Secondly, Brentford it's a no-brainer for Brentford to actually release Ivan Toney in the January transfer window. You know why? Because they'll be fighting for relegation this season. They need Ivan Toney to come in handy for them. Which other person do we need? Morata. Good and okay. Morata will not come because he was linked to the club last season. Mikel doesn't trust him. He doesn't like him. He's Spanish. Would have brought him if he liked him. Good and okay. That's off the table. It would have brought someone like Yao Felix. Someone would say, Yao Felix is not a good assister. He doesn't score goals.
If you ask me, who do I want to bring in instead of
No. I'm talking of players. who is realistically going to come
you're
to the club
asking
in
me,
the January transfer window.
and I'm gonna answer that. I'll answer everything that you've said. I think first of all, for me, the centre forward for me doesn't need to be someone who scores 20 goals or 30 goals, because for me, it's not about one player, it's about the team. So Cristiano Ronaldo joined Man United last season, and yes, he scored 18 goals in the Premier League, but United as a team scored less goals than the season before, which means that
everyone in the chat, who would you want?
Everything was focused on Ronaldo to score more goals, but the team as itself scored less goals. And that's why I don't get blinded with the amount of goals one player scores. I'm more interested to who brings more goals as a whole to the team. And when you look at Harry Kane, he scored 17 goals, 1 goal less than Ronaldo, but he also had 11 assists. You understand? So it's not just about goals, and it's not just about assists. So if we go back and we look at our team,
think of the formations.
Aubameyang used to score 20 plus goals for Arsenal, but as a team, we only managed to score between 60, and I think the most we had was 65 over a season. So even though we had a very effective goal scorer, as a team, we didn't score enough goals. And Aubameyang won the Golden Boot at us. And the second season, he got second in the Golden Boot. So it's not just about having someone who scores lots of goals. It's about having someone who makes this team score lots of goals. So if we go back to this season, Jesus, for example, he's just scored 5 goals. But Arsenal as a team has scored 34 goals. Last season as a team, we scored 61 goals. So we've already scored more than half of what we scored last season. And we still have 5 league games left. So that tells me that the centre forward, even though his numbers is not great, but the intangible that we can't see or measure in stats, which is the running he does, the space he creates for the other attackers, the pre-assist that he makes, the pre-assist that he makes, the dribbling, the link up, the hold up, all of that is more important. And I know that we've all grown up on strikers being the main man, scoring 20 plus goals. But we've moved on from that era. And we've seen it with Firmino at
That's
Liverpool.
why you see
He
fast
never
lines.
scored many goals, but Liverpool as a team always scored 90 plus goals. Karim Benzema, it's just the last 2 or 3 years he's become a great goal scorer. When he was playing for Real Madrid, when Ronaldo and Bale were there, he never scored 20 goals. But Real Madrid as
My
a
brother,
team,
because Steve will have to talk. Who can we get realistically by January? It's just simple. Who's going to come in? It's simple.
okay, I'll name you a few names and you tell me how realistic they
I
are.
mean,
I think someone like
I
Wilfred
really don't
Zaha,
want to keep going about
who can
this.
play centre forward and on the wing, who just got 6 months left, is very realistic. I think Trossard, who can play centre forward and on the wing and number 10, he also just got six months left, is someone who can come in
Can
and
we
fit
get
the
back to the
system.
watch along, to be fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
No.
We can talk this on an Arsenal stream.
Some people are
Maybe it's
gonna
more fair.
some people are gonna agree,
Yeah.
some people are gonna disagree. There's so many
I
options.
mean, it's a World Cup stream. Let's focus on the World Cup.
That's the thing,
Spain
and
are 5-0
we
up.
talked so much about Ronaldo since the interview, and I've that's why I did the video. I wanted to just say my piece. Now he's been sacked from Man United, and I just wanted to just leave it at that. If we can have a debates afterwards about what we need to get in January in in a transfer video. We can do that in a transfer video if we have to.
Yeah, and
Right
it's
now,
fair. It's fair. But yeah, big up
it's
Spain, man.
closed. It's a World Cup, so let's focus on that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
surprised that Ansu Fati has not been given any minutes in this game.
Me too, man. Shock.
I
Shock.
thought he would play, and I thought Sarabia would get some minutes as well. I mean, it's a good game to
So
get your attackers to try and get more confidence.
I'm just gonna see who's come on. So obviously Koke, Morata, Nico Williams, Balde, and Sola have come on.
Yeah,
Pedri,
yeah.
Busquets, Asensio, Ferran Torres, and Jordi Alba so far. For Costa Rica, Contreras, Benete, Oviedo, Borges, and Martinez have come on for Ruiz, Waston, Aguilera, Matarita, and Zamora. Come on, Spain, no yellow cards, and one more player. Tielemans, the possibilities. Yeah, Moss, we're gonna have transfer videos during the January transfer window, so we can worry about it
We'll
then.
definitely do a stream on this, but we focus on the World Cup now. It's more fair to the audience as well.
I think,
Yeah. But Steve, I'm so sorry. I knew you wanted to get something out, but of course it was an intense topic. But sorry about
the only
that.
thing I wanted to say about like in terms of transfers is that like I know Ivan Tony is an option, but we need to stop worrying about what Brentford are going to feel like. It's about just show that you're a top club and you're ambitious, and go. And if you're going to go for the target, go for it. But yeah, like that can be discussed in other transfer videos as well, because there's loads of options. We'll probably do so, but that at some point. But even then, six.
Oh my God, no!
It's six. Demolition,
Jeez.
absolutely pummeled.
Demolition complete. Solar C. Oh my God, what a goal!
I think people are underestimating Spain. I've said it before the World Cup, and I still stand. I'm not saying they're gonna win the World Cup, but I think
I think Costa Rica.
I think they'll go far.
I do have to admit they have been very.
Yeah, but
Tony
it's
Ford
still impressive
must have went down.
to score 6 goals against any
You're right,
opposition.
Bargav.
think he's on mute. You're on mute, Bogger.
Bogger, you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just listening to you guys.
Yeah, man. What do you make of Spain? I think they are a bit of a dark horse to go far.
Yeah, no, I think because they won so resoundingly today, I think they're pretty much it's gonna mess up the goal difference in this group, and I think this is gonna make so it's gonna make it harder for Germany actually at this point because
the
now
goal difference is gonna be mad.
To make up that goal. Okay, fine. Even if Spain advances, that's fine. But then you also have to also take into account the fact that all right, so Japan has to go to Costa Rica and win, but now Germany has to beat Spain. Like there's no exceptions to that. If that obviously
Spain either way.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. Yeah, if you lose one game, you have to make it up.
They're gonna have to smash Costa Rica and score 7 goals.
That Spain Germany game is gonna be huge, and we're gonna have it here as well. Love it.
So that English record in the World Cup here broken by Spain without conceding a goal. Jeez.
Hey, we still play well. We just had Harry Maguire in the
It hit you the wrong way, right, Steve?
Yeah, it's only because we had Maguire.
It struck a nerve, right?
Yeah, it's only because Maguire was in defence, right? Yeah, it's not
and then the excuses start coming right in.
Tony, I want to ask you something.
Yeah, my brother.
Which club team does England would you describe them as? There's another team that plays in white, is overhyped and never wins trophies.
Sports.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's easy. That's easy.
Sports.
Who are they?
Sports.
Oh my God, it's 7.
Oh, Germany are
God.
basically out.
No. You have to be kidding me. This is a joke now, right?
It's 7-0.
No.
It's 7-0.
Alvaro Morata has just scored a goal.
They're that good.
Alvaro Morata have already scored a goal. Oh my
so,
God.
So does that mean I think Spain has used up its entire World Cup goals quota at this point on one game?
Jesus Christ, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God, an assist by
But this
Olmo.
is terrible news for what's it called, for Germany, because Germany needs to outscore Spain against Costa Rica. It's just not enough to beat Spain. They have to score more goals because Spain's goal difference is so high now.
No, the thing is that Spain is going to beat Japan, so they're still going to be in a dogfight.
Yeah, but
with Japan.
If Japan beat Costa Rica, which they will do, then Japan got 6 points, and they're fine.
9.
But
9.
I think for Germany to win, they need Japan to get like blown out next game. Basically,
I'm sorry. Like Germany are just sitting there like 9. Wait,
goddamn.
They're too busy buried in them.
How do you say goodbye in Germany? I know good day is Guten Tagen, but how do you say goodbye?
It's not.
Avitazane.
It's not totally over. I mean, if Spain decides to like romp Japan 5-0, I mean they're technically back in it.
I don't see that coming.
Man, this is a disgrace. This is a disgraceful. This is a disgrace, man.
This is more sweet.
This is shocking, man.
Germany.
Bye bye, Germany. Au revoir, Germany.
Avitazane, say
Avitazane, Germany.
Au revoir.
And they were saying that we had to keep the plane warm.
Wow. But yeah, listen, this is a statement win by Spain.
It's a statement win. And guys, you know what statement wins do, right? They send fear across, other rivals. Like, this is how you should win technically, in a World Cup. You send shivers down the spine of other competitors around you, so they begin to look at you and look at you, with real carefulness.
Can I just ask a question? Is it? I'm going to ask this question. People can jump on me or whatever, but I'm just putting it out there. Is it really? And I'm going to get to the comments first before I let people answer this. Is it really Spain being that good, or is it being Costa Rica being that terrible? Before someone answers, before someone answers, I'm just gonna go to the comments. Keep reading. But maybe it's not I think the Tielemans thing's done now. To be fair, mid possibilities or Modric. I'm not know about Modric. I've never seen him, so I can't comment. Come on, Spain. Oh yeah, I've done that bit. Question to Tony: who's your favourite to win the World Cup? We'll count in a minute. Moss, Hanover versus Belgium. All right, Moss. Make sure can you ask to put links in the chat, please.
5 minutes left for the starting 11.
I think you do this once, but yeah, sometimes I would like people just to ask if they could put the link in the chat. If that's okay. I'm going to the day the same that I'm going to the day the same that everyone said about England. It was only Iran. Well, the same for Spain. This is Costa Rica. Yeah, but then Costa Rica, to be fair, like I was expecting something. Last time I saw them in the 2014, last time I remember them in the 2014 World Cup, they got they topped the group. So I might have thought they might have put up a bit more of a fight. So King, Funny, Morata scoring, lineup change on your live score, Bob. Yeah, but who's your favourite for the World Cup, Tony? And then I'll ask that physical question I asked.
Yeah, of course, it's Brazil. Come on, man. Okay. It's Brazil. Brazil, come on.
Man. I could trust.
Come on. Did you get him?
Get out of it.
What do you got against Brazil, huh, Steven?
The Brazilian fraud here.
What do you have against Brazil now, my brother? But you know what? Before you get to that question, Vinicius Jr., just for you to just understand the kind of people the kind of people you'll be facing in this World Cup, man. Come on, bro. Vinicius Jr., Paqueta. See, there's lots of skill in that. No, don't even mention him. You know that one is a god. You know, I referred to you. I said, Steven, you are not God, but come on, man. There's someone who has a likeness of a football god down there, man. Man, it's Neymar. He's there. He's gonna score goals.
Thank you.
He's gonna score goals. You have Vinicius Jr. See, these guys will run up at you and they will score goals. So much creativity in the middle. Look at the wide forwards. Martinelli is there. Gabriel Jesus is there to run the channels. All of that.
Ever say a player is a god?
No. Bagab, did he hear what I said?
Yep. God-like.
Did he hear the analogy? Yeah.
Yes.
I did not say is a god. I said a god-like even figure. It doesn't really mean like it's God. I didn't say that, and I said football attached to it. So.
Yeah, but then like you've got, for example, you got Lionel Messi as well, and unfortunately Argentina relied too much on Lionel Messi to pull their ass out of the fire. If they played like a team like Brazil do, Argentina would be a much stronger position and wouldn't probably have what they did, but did what they did in their game. But like I said, is I still think Brazil Argentina could be the final, and like for me, as I don't mind Neymar.
Finally.
Excuse me.
See, this is Steven's face.
Excuse me.
See, you guys
couple
have
years
to
ago.
caption.
No,
You need
no,
to
no, no,
caption
no,
that.
no, no,
You
no,
need to caption that, Steve.
Tony. It's the thing is like
You need to caption
he's gone on about like finally, like hang on a minute. Right, this guy has got stats that are way
that.
behind Man Mbappe,
Baggers.
and he decides I'm gonna take a casual festival, right, instead of actually helping the team. Like I'm gonna get my injury is not an injury; it's to piss off to the carnival in Brazil. Like I'm sorry, like right, if that cost PSG the Champions League, I don't think they'll be too happy with him. Like, well, I wouldn't be happy with him as a PSG fan. Put it that way. Like, I'd want if say for example we brought him to Arsenal and you said I'm pissing off to the carnival for 2 weeks, right? You would be losing your shit if we lost the title in those 2 weeks. You lose your shit. So yeah, and that's again player power. So
Steven's
there you go.
a rich aristocrat. We already know it.
No, I'm not a rich aristocrat. I don't believe players should be should be held in charge over freaking managers. Managers are the managers. They are in control of the club, right? They set the standards. They set the tactics. They set the formations. They buy the players. They sell the players. Right? They move the contracts. They look after the stadium. They do what everything a manager does. And if you did it back in the day, right, as when managers had even more authority, trust me, trust me, I'm just saying, like, you wouldn't get interviews like you had just recently with Ferguson was in charge. I'll tell you that.
It's like the only time it's ever happened. It's like the only time it's ever happened.
Yeah, but if ever, I always believe in one thing that Ferguson said: if any player thinks he's bigger than Manchester United or any club, I kick him out. Done. And it did work because he ends up winning 20 odd titles. There you go. So anyway, like
Steve. Okay.
like it's you've got these players have got this is why we watch the World Cup, because to see these players on the world stage. And like Neymar has got, it's not just going to be about like when if Brazil win this, which they should do, it's the fact they've got quality all over the pitch, right? Let's not forget that it's not just focused on one particular guy. So it's the fact they've got quality all over the pitch.
Yeah, but it's the first time. It's the first time they've had a team like this in a while.
Well, you could say also 2014 they were supposed to get through there, but it all fell. And you could see what happened when they lost their key defender.
Yeah, but it was built around Neymar. It was built around Neymar.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, but Bargav.
They're expecting him to be like everything.
Yeah, but what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to do, it built around Neymar, right? If you lose your main defender, which is I think it was Thiago Silva.
Yeah, they lost Thiago Silva.
Yeah, the other Silva, and unfortunately Germany.
And they lost Neymar.
Not so much
in the semifinals.
No, to be fair, Germany would have still won that game. It was the fact they lost their key defender in Thiago.
It was both. It was a mix.
That was, for me, that was the more key risk, because their defense fell apart in that game, right? So even if Neymar was in the pitch, I do not think he would have been able to make so much of a contribution to that game, because Germany absolutely destroyed Brazil's defense. And it's because Thiago Silva was not on that pitch.
I still say it's a mix, but
there's also one factor we're also forgetting in this Brazilian team. See, when the chips are down,
as well. Sorry, Tony, as well. Sorry, I will get go. Yeah. With Spain here, we can debate whether it was Costa Rica playing poor or Spain being good, right? But in the end, like, this is not. It's just like how I described. And how Bob Wilson and Charlie George, when I saw them at the Emirates, how they described their 1 double team. They never count themselves as great players or stars like Neymar or Eusebio or these great people that have players that have come through the years or anything like that. They just said we worked well as a team, and in the end, it's the ones that work well as a team that win games. And at the moment, Spain look like a very, very good squad, and that is working well as a team. You saw it with England as well. Right? They played well as a team. So, and you could also see when Germany didn't play well as a team. Look what happened, in the second half when Argentina tried to focus it all on Messi. Right, what happened? So, so if Brazil play well as a team, brilliant. If Argentina play the way they have been playing, which is focus on Messi, then I'm sorry, Messi is the GOAT for me. I've always preferred Messi, always have done. Right?
That's clearly understandable,
especially with the way he is as a person for me, right? As a personality. But he can't do it all himself. No player can do it all himself. Right? You have to have great players around you. And Argentina forget they've got great players around him, but they just don't utilize him. They just focus it on him. And even the media did it. Remember 2014, the final, when the players were even out on the pitch, the commentators were saying it's Germany versus Messi. How's that fair? That's not fair, right? It would have been the same as like if Brazil got to the final, it would have been Germany versus Neymar. I'm sorry, you can't put all that pressure on one player. I'm sorry, it's not.
Yeah.
You know?
But Costa Rica, see, Bagav and Steven, see, we have to admit,
don't start the argument again. I'm not
Costa Rica has been poor today. They've been shocking today, man. They didn't want to defend. Their goalkeeper didn't want to organize his back four. The middle broke down halfway. It was completely shocking, man.
Oh, of course.
Disastrous defending today, man.
That's why I said. That's why I said it could be that. I think it would be the mixture of the two. Like Spain were good, but I also felt Spain didn't really have to get out of second, third gear. To be fair, because Costa Rica were that poor. I
exactly.
don't think they had to get that out of gear. So you might.
Spain would struggle against Japan or Germany. I'm sorry to say this,
in the middle of the first half, they knew the game was won, so they could rely on giving players runouts, so they can get the experience they need. So when they take on Germany, they're not going to be scared if they come on the pitch to run into a Havertz or something like that.
Yeah.
So because they've realised, I've got 20 minutes here, I can play on the world stage. So there you go.
Yeah.
Jamaica,
they'll run through a brick wall. They'll run through a brick wall against Germany or Japan because Costa Rica clearly just came to make up the numbers here. Very poor defending. Shocking defending today, man.
But
I've not seen this type of defending before, man. Shocking.
I'm going to obviously I'm going to have to wrap this up soon. Obviously because there's other games to go as well.
Yeah, of course. Me too. I have a watch along too.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I have to send invite.
I'll see what I can do. I think I was supposed to be on. Just send it. You know what you do? Just send us a link, bro. Like, just send us a link.
Yeah. Sure.
And I'll pop in if I can.
Good.
As always.
Yeah, just like the other day.
Yeah, absolutely. Just send us the streaming link, and if I can't, if I can come in, I'll come in. If I don't, I'll just send a message. No worries, mate. I'll send us the next one, and I'll see what I can do. Obviously tomorrow, the 1 p.m. I'm at hospital, 7 p.m. After the 4 p.m. game, which I do. I will probably be out of it, to be fair, because like doing infusions and all that takes it out of you, to be fair. Shoot for 6. But yeah, there we go. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe. Tony, shout out your channel for you, bro.
Hey guys, see, every time I come here is always a blessing with Mr. Steven Featley. And of course, when it brings in my biggest member of my channel, for me to be a part of the panel with him, I'm talking of Bargav, then, it's it's all going to be a very, 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 very nice stream. So yeah, Stephen, thanks for allowing me to come to the show, man.
No, you're always welcome, bruv. I'll always send a
yeah,
link to you, bruv, and you can
yeah,
come on
it's
whenever you want.
yeah,
Right.
it's a big honor, and of course, a testament to that is, the back and forth we're all going through today, which is very, very healthy in a way, provided no one is cussing out anyone, or and people just kind of like accept other people's opinions too. It's clearly okay by me, provided those regulations are met. And Stephen, it would be nice to have you on my own show again. I need you in my show too, man. Always, always. It's always. It's always a good one. There's always a good nickel with you all the time, man. I always like our back and forth. So yeah, guys, you can find me on Tony Club Gunner TV. I'll be having a watch along immediately after this one. I think at 6:50 p.m. UK time. I'll be having this Belgium and Canada watch along. Bagav should be there with me, and a host of other guys should be there with me. Steven should be popping up. Of course, if you have time, he would definitely pop up. To the show today. You can catch me on Tony Cloud Gunner TV. You can catch me on Tony Cloud Gunner TV on Instagram also, and also on Twitter. You can catch me on Tony Cloud Gunner. And of course, me and Steve, we've been friends backstage. Great guy, great channel, doing this for a great course. It's all blessings, man. I always feel blessed whenever I come to your show, my brother. And you're not just a friend, you're also my brother now, Steven. It's absolutely nice to meet you. And it's a honor to be with you too, Bagav. Steven shouldn't take all the whole plaudits. If he has good, if he has great sidekicks like you too.
Bargav, he has his arguments, but
he has his arguments, but come on, man, you just have to agree. Bagav is one of the greatest sidekicks to ever have around you, man. He makes you a winner. He's a winner. He just automatically makes you a winner. And the other brother's name, I don't know his name. Good guy. What did you say his name is?
King Said.
Okay, I think he's not on the stream again, but
he is.
I'm back.
Is he on the stream?
Yeah, he's
here.
Oh, Said. Oh, Said, man, it's nice to meet you, man. It's a honor to share this stage with you too, man. Big one. Of course, Stephen is.
I've known Said from so long, since
so long.
God bless him. Chig was here, and met him on there, and me and him have been bros from ever since then. And
wow,
and it's always going to stay that way.
Yeah. So Said, man, please, you can just I don't know, you can send me your Steve, please do send me his initials, his channel, probably his number. We could work together one of these days too. Please just send it to me, please.
What I'll do is I'll send you his Twitter and his channel links to you.
Yeah, and his channel links. Yeah, also, yeah, good. Then that's okay, man. Yeah, so then I would subscribe to his channel, and of course you can find me on Tony Cloud Gunner TV, So I'll have you on the show too.
Yeah, same. I'll subscribe to your channel and we can do some collaboration.
Sure, man.
Like discuss football with people, and even I enjoy it even more when we kind of have different views, because it makes it more interesting and you can learn from the other perspective as well. I think it's
but it's very important that the people are very respectful, right?
Yeah, always. And you see the way I conduct myself, respect.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Stephen, man, big ups to you, man. I have my Belgium stuff coming up, Belgium, Canada. Please, I would like to see you down there. Let's tear off the roof too.
I will definitely come on. I'll definitely come on for a bit. There is
Bagav will share the link with you.
Yeah, there is definitely I wanted to do a quick video on the hypocrisy of the World Cup. For example, with people that are moaning about it. Let's just put it that way. So, so I wanted to get that done. I will definitely pop on King Said's channel for a bit for that Belgium Canada. So if Belgium are winning, I'm gonna give Moss some sticks. He's been gassing up all night, all week.
Moss, I've seen you, man. You've been talking tough.
what I'll do is I might interchange between both because I like both channels. So I definitely want to get onto both. And
yeah, Tony, I might do the same thing because I think Moss asked me also, so I might do the first half. I might just split up the halves. I'll come there for the second half, and then or maybe
no
or so if one of you guys go there for the first half, we'll
no problem,
alternate.
because I also have other people coming too, so you guys can share it too. No problem. It's totally okay.
I have just shared it to you on Twitter, Tony.
On Twitter, please.
I've just
Said, I'll send you a message on Twitter so you can get my details down there. I could even send you my number so it's easier for us to communicate.
I'll get all these. Solo wants to quickly join for 5 minutes. I've dropped the link should be in the chat, Bob, but there you go. So just jump 5 minutes. I can spare Solo's a bro, like from the Man United agenda, Man United fan, Man United agenda. They are brothers. Like,
the Man United agenda. I have a big friend there on Monday. He's a big friend. Big friend, great guy. I love that guy with my heart.
Talking to him.
On Monday, great human being I've seen, man.
I will get in touch with you, bro, because I need to get in touch with you.
I hope if there's ever Earth again, or if there's any reincarnation, I want to come back with that guy.
Amani's good. Amani's awesome.
Amandi's great, man.
If you see the overlays, that Talk Manu who's on there now, he's the one that taught me how to do at least the overlays and that. But scoreboards and that he does timers are possibly.
When I first started out, I needed a big name to come in.
The green was him. But it was Talk Manu who took over, and then it was Talk Manu who found me, and then we found out Man United agenda, and we've been stuck. Solo, bro, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, big up, boys. I'm on the train, so that's why you can't see my face.
No.
Big up, Solo. Big up to you, my brother.
Big up.
I was going to say, boys.
Oh, thanks. Boys, trying it.
What did you make of the games so far today?
Mate, I've been at work. I'm just going home now. I'm hoping to get the last game.
Hopefully get the last game.
Yeah.
I mean, like the Japan.
Japan. I think some of the teams at the moment, you got obviously Japan winning, you had Argentina losing as well. I think some of these big teams that's coming to tournament, who are tournament favourites, are rocking in thinking they're going to pick up 3 points from the small minions. And what the problem is, the small team seems like they sort of ready and gearing up for it.
I think also Solo is like we said earlier that some teams they know they have to be strategic in the way they play the game. So you see Japan, they didn't take it all out themselves in the first half, whereas Germany did. And you can see in the second half, they were completely lackluster. And because you see Spain did the same thing, but they scored the goals that killed the game. Right? And plus Costa Rica were very poor anyway. But it killed the game off early. So that way... and you also saw it with England. You saw England when they came in, they took very long to get into the game, but as they grew into the game, it gradually got faster and faster, looking after themselves, pacing over the game. And the ones who have been pacing their way for the game, like Saudi Arabia, England, and others, they've been getting the results. And the ones that have been tournament favourites, like you just said, like Argentina, Germany, they've the ones that have been struggling because they think they can just go bang straight in, and it doesn't quite work in that sort of heat.
But if you're also looking as well, teams are playing low blocks. If you look at, again, yesterday Saudi Arabia played with 2 low blocks. Then today I think Japan did the same thing as well. When you look at this lineup and formation, the teams, it's harder to break the teams down. Yes, they're probably going to have more possession.
The first half, Saudi Arabia were very high up line. They were very high line.
Yeah, so they're using counter press, aren't they? So what they're doing, they play the high line with counter press, but they are still in a formation of a low block.
Mm-hmm.
So it's For me, yeah, I don't know. You know what? Until I sit down properly tomorrow, I'm off tomorrow. I'll be watching a couple of the games tomorrow. Then it's going to be easier for me to sort of make an opinion so far of the World Cup, because where I haven't been watching it, I haven't had a true reflection to give sort of how the tournament's going so far.
I tell you what, mate. If you ever free for any of the games, mate, tomorrow, just hit us up and I'll send you a link.
Yeah, I will do. I know I'm doing a watch along on my channel at 4 o'clock. I'm doing a Ghana Portugal game. I'm going to be doing.
Oh, that's going to be a good
I'm
game.
doing that one as well. So there you go.
So yeah, Viva Ronaldo, destroy people tomorrow, boys. It's all about Ronaldo, mate. I'm telling you now. All these people who sat there and start writing him off, even his own fans, United fans, writing him off and saying they want Messi to win the World Cup. I just want Ronaldo to take it a bit further, because as I said to people, with the whole thing with Ronaldo, there's two sides to every story, yes, but there's got to be some truth in what he's saying.
Yes,
that's what
I mean, there's truth in what he's saying. You know, at least there's no lies that the facilities in the club is redundant. The roofs are leaking down there in Manchester United at Old Trafford. The facilities, the jacuzzi's old. The kitchen, is rotten and putrid. See, all their facilities down there are outdated facilities. So when someone comes out and actually tells you the truth and speaks his mind and tells you the truth about your football club, it's either you put up or you shut up. It's the truth. You take it up from there and you amplify it and fight for your club. It's all good, but Stephen will come for me. But Stephen will come for me, See, that guy was clearly disrespected in that football club. He was clearly disrespected. See, he's a very, very professional guy. Like I told you, he's what with Jose Mourinho. He's what with Jose.
I agree with
Ancelotti. He's what with the elite. He's what with elite managers.
Agree exactly what
How come it is Ten Hag? See, the fact is there. Ten Hag just wanted to score points, and that's what just happened. Let's face the fact. He wanted to come into Manchester United and say that I am the boss. You have to respect me. And of course, there will be clash.
All right, last comment before we table this till the end of the World Cup, because we could go on this for every single.
Yeah, I know we can
go on this like every single day.
But Steve, I would like to leave you. Solo Timor, it's nice to meet you. I know maybe me and you haven't. Maybe we haven't met personally, but I know someone you work with who is Omondi. Omondi is a very, very great guy. See, when I started my own channel, I needed someone, at least someone who was already in the space, to just come on my show, And Omondi gave me that chance, man. Great guy, top elite guy in this industry.
Don't be giving a big head, yeah. Don't give him a big head because he probably listens to you now.
Very great human being, class human being. Even in my show, I say it, class human being. If I come back to Earth, I want to come back with that guy, wherever he is, man. And to be my friend. He's a lovely human being, man. All right, man. Thank you very much. And Solo, it's nice to meet you, my brother. Said, I'll send you. Yeah, pleasure, man. Said, I'll send you, a request on Twitter. Steven, it's all love. It's all love. When it comes to you, big ups to you, my brother. I'll see you on the other side. Bagav, I'll see you on the other side too, man. Big ups, guys. Take care of yourselves and love to your families, man. Love to your families.
Big up, Sony, man.
Right.
Big up. Okay.
Yeah. In it, we can debate this going on into the transfer window or something like this, because I really want to focus on the World. I
can't believe it. He just said he wanted to come back and work with on Monday.
To be fair, Amadi's pretty unique, though. To be fair, Amadi's pretty unique.
I know Amondi's unique. You could just put in a comment and he'll just read it out and get absolutely cooked.
Positivity, Mr. Positivity.
Oh no, Mr. Positivity.
But he's been at my boys lately, so I'm not having no positivity. He's been at Fred and Ronaldo, so I'm not having it.
Yeah, he has his moments.
No. Well,
I'm all about Fred and Ronaldo.
let's just say I'm talking. I was talking the DMing talk about it, and I saw his tweets. He's fuming, bro. He's fuming. Like,
Listen,
I'm
everyone's
telling
got
you.
their opinion in it. I'm backing
Yeah.
Ronaldo. Like I said, I've
Yeah.
not spoken about Ten Hag. I'm backing Ronaldo, and I'm also.
Whoa. Okay.
You know,
I'll leave.
But
I'm gonna
but
leave
that's the
that
thing
where
with
it is.
opinions. There's nothing right or wrong. Everybody's entitled to
Exactly.
theirs,
Exactly.
and that's what it is. It's the
Exactly.
same with football. You know,
I'm-
some people love
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola. Some people prefer
Some
Mourinho.
people don't like Arteta, but we're not going to complain about that, are we?
Nope.
I said I'm not complaining about the manager anymore, bruv. I've already said that. Like, and
Bargav,
I'm
you
not.
know we're in it, Bargav. You know how
Yep.
it goes in it.
Yep.
How many years now?
No, don't start
Ball
this
gav.
again.
Bargav,
Yep.
how long?
It's been. I mean, it's been a couple years with that. Like, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But in
Nah,
fairness,
all right.
the club made that happen. But it
Yeah.
is.
No, you can't blame the club. You
I'm
can only blame the
Solo,
supporter.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I'm.
Oh,
gonna
sorry,
have to be-
Stephen. I didn't realize you're still on the channel.
Top of the league. Let's just leave it there.
Yeah, listen, keep going, man. Keep this energy up. Keep the energy up.
Yeah.
That's what I keep
Thank
telling
you,
Arsenal
bro.
fans. I love it. Keep it up, man. You're doing
Like
well.
I
But
said,
keep that
That-
energy.
you know, Solo.
That's what
like I
football is
said,
all about,
there's-
man. When your team
no,
is on the high, you have to make the most of it.
It's like
I'm enjoying the ride.
It's like
Yeah, enjoy it.
like
Enjoy it.
Like I said, is that like with the time I've got left is there's no point arguing about managers or anything like that anymore. It's just about enjoying watching games of football and watching my club winning and watching hopefully my nation winning as well. And like that's the thing, right? And that's why I'm not in this. Oh, you got to be Arteta in, you got to be Arteta out campaign about it anymore. I haven't got time for it anymore. It puts everything's been put into perspective, to be fair, and it's still hard to accept on it. But yeah. Oh, Moss, about to finish. Come on. Yeah, all right. We're finishing, bro. All right.
Yes,
We will
bro.
never end.
No, don't. I'm gonna get
No, Moss,
copyrighted.
not on it, not on it, Moss, not on it. Take it off, Moss. You're gonna
I
copyright him.
don't want to get copyrighted.
He's off.
Can't do that. If
Moss,
I get
don't do that.
copyrighted, I'm getting
Right.
striked.
You get banned for that.
Yeah.
In the UK, you get banned for that, Moss.
Yeah, in the UK, you can get banned from that by YouTube.
In the UK, you get banned for that, Moss.
Yeah, in the UK. Yeah, and he's also repeat. Right. I'm gonna end it there.
Yeah, but I think this is perfect to end it there, man.
Yeah.
Been a great,
I'm off.
great
Make
chat
sure
to you
to
all.
everyone.
I'm on the ground now, yes. I've got a job as well, guys. So listen, pleasure.
Big up.
Saeed, pleasure meeting you. Bargav, I've not done anything with you, Moss. I will be on the channel Full Time Sports Network a couple of times next week. So hopefully I can do something. Oh, he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, just hit me up. Just hit me up on Instagram. Just hit me up on Instagram. You need me for anything.
Definitely. Well,
cool, guys.
Definitely.
All right, big up, guys.
We'll sort.
Good luck,
we'll
man.
Sort out.
Take care, guys.
Sort out as well.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. Yeah, we'll.
All right.
Yeah, make sure you hit the likes. Go and subscribe to Say's channel. Obviously, if you're watching there, go and subscribe to SFeatleyTV as well. Right, we do appreciate all of you that's tuned in. And and obviously Say's channel will be continuing with Moss and
with the
Canada, Belgium. Hopefully you're not going to get copyrighted as well. So
you won't. I don't think you will.
But anyway,
no, it wasn't long enough, but you have to be careful.
Yeah, you've got to be careful.
Like you have 15 seconds. You have 15 seconds or 20 seconds.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Sometimes even 7-8 seconds I've been caught.
Yeah, that's if it's goals in Premier League. But I think with FIFA.
Well, even then, I've done like sometimes little clips of like of a car hitting a car in F1, and it's only about 5 seconds long, and they still call me on that. There's a warning. It's like
it depends on which organization is it. You know,
F1 are so tight on it. Trust me. Anyway, make sure you hit that, hit the like, hit the subscribe. There you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Moss, I can't take the risk. I really can't. I don't want to take the risk. So but there you go. Make sure to hit the like, hit the subscribe, share the channel, or share both channels. Like, they're all great channels, and we will speak to you soon. Until then, take